What's up, guys? You're very welcome to the late night agenda here with myself, Craig. Sorry for the late start, but we were recording a podcast. Things ran over a little bit, and you guys know how it is. We try our best to be on here for 10, quarter to 10, but sometimes things run over. We have so much to look forward to tonight, guys. We've got the Reds playing Crystal Palace tomorrow. It seems like an absolute eternity since we last seen Liverpool play. It's only been a week. It doesn't seem like it's only been that long, but yeah, it's only been a week. So I want to have a little chat. I want a little look forward to Crystal Palace, team predictions, score predictions, lots of other stuff as well along the way. Want to have a little chat about the results today in the Premier League and how they might pertain to Liverpool's performance tomorrow. Has perhaps Manchester United losing and stuff taken a bit of pressure off Liverpool, or maybe giving us a bit of extra swagger to go into that game, play with a bit more freedom? The chat is filling up already, and as we always say, this show is your show. This show is about the chat. I'm going to go straight in there and see what you guys want to talk about. Nathan is in, Will is in, Stephen is in, Ferno, Carl, Luke, Peter, Anthony, Meganonki, Shaq and Greg. How the hell are you guys? Great to have you with us. I've no doubt that some of you very much enjoyed seeing the Manx beating 3-2 at Brighton today. I know I did. This is not a Manx show, but you know, we got to poke fun at it whenever we can. Nathan said good evening. Liverpool fan Will said good evening. Stephen says hello to everybody. Luke said, honestly, Palace is the one game that I worry about. I've heard a few people say that, Luke. To be honest, you're not the first person who said to me that they're a little bit nervous about the Crystal Palace game. I don't know, does this purely go back to 13-14 though? Be honest, is this why we're all worried? You might have your own reasons, buddy, but for me, obviously, it goes back to that fateful night in 13-14 where Dwight Gale ruined the fucking league chances for us. Well, we ruined them ourselves, to be fair, but that little fucker played a part in it. Anthony is in. Hello, Anthony. Meganonki, as I said. Nathan said, straight to the point with Nathan, no fucking about it. He said, United beaten, big thumbs up. It was hilarious to sit back and watch that today. I have to say, it really was funny. And what made it all the sweeter was I still won 200 quid because I had money on Lukaku to score, so I got to win money and sit back and look at United getting beaten. It was almost a perfect afternoon for me, guys. Greg said, hello lads, so confident about Liverpool even after today's matches. So how do you guys feel about today's matches? I mean, with two contrasting stories today, of course. We had Manchester City absolutely blown away Huddersfield 6-1, and then you had Brighton absolutely blown away Manchester United 3-2. In a game that sums up, I think, where this Manchester United team is at, if I'm being honest. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but let's have a little chat about those games, how they pertain to Liverpool, and how we can look at the teams that will be challenging in and around us for that Premier League title. Peter's in, good evening. Loving the kit. Anybody on the back, said Luke. No mate, not on this one. On this one I went for the European badges. So I've got the Champions League badge and I have the Respect and 5 times badge. But no, the only one I have with a name and number is the purple kit, and I have K to 8 on the back of that one. I do love it though. As I said, I keep saying this is my favourite kit we've had in many years because it reminds me of my first one, the grey kit. Ant is in. He said hello Craig and hello everybody in the chat. Wayne is in, Cask is in. Want to take a piss on the Manx? Fair enough. whatever does it for you, Cask, mate. Whatever does it for you. I'm not here to judge. Let's all laugh with the red shite, says Nabil Fakir. And when Nabil Fakir says it, you know it's fucking serious, guys. Dave Trainer, Dave, mate, thank you for your question, by the way, today on the COP Council. We did record that before we came on, and I did include your question, buddy, so it is there. I hope you enjoy the answers. Ferno said, just commented on Gary Neville's Twitter, brighten up mate, and like 90 likes from it. It is fun. It is fun. Like, we have to poke fun at these things because, you know, they do it to us as well. It's part of the banter of football, isn't it? The trick is not to get too obsessed with it, or for us not to go too far over the line with it. But they did lose today, and whenever one of our rivals lose, or somebody in and around that top 4 loses, we got to enjoy it. We got to enjoy it because it takes a little bit of the pressure off us. Peter said, Craig, we need to win to push City. And said, the scum lost today, made my day. Now it's up to the Reds to go there, do the job and get a win, said Ant. Which is true. It is absolutely true. And guys, look, if you're watching the stream, welcome. The chat is filling up. Lots of people coming in. It's great to see you all here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, and hit that like button. We're only 30 away now from hitting that 3.5k. Hero said, I have a feeling that they will stick with Mourinho, or they will sack Mourinho. Excuse me, I'm going to reread that completely because I was way off. I have a feeling they will sack Mourinho soon. It would be such a pity. He's doing a great job. Will said, everybody's saying how good City were, but it's against the piss poor Huddersfield side. We should not be worried, said Will. I made that exact point, Will. I was on Twitter around the time that game was on, and I seen comment after comment after comment about people saying how amazing Manchester City were and how it's an impossibility for Liverpool or Spurs or any other team to keep up with them. And I thought to myself, well, look, credit where it's due. Manchester City were impressive. They put Huddersfield to the sword, but they fucking should be putting Huddersfield to the sword. Anything else is just not good enough, to be honest, especially at home. So yes, you give Manchester City credit for putting in a great performance and banging in a shitload of goals. Fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's only Huddersfield and it's still only 3 points. Doesn't matter if we go out here tomorrow and we beat Crystal Palace 1-0 with an own goal off Sacco's arse in the 90th minute. It doesn't make a difference. It's all about getting the points on the board. How Manchester City played against Huddersfield doesn't make any fucking difference to how we go and play against Crystal Palace. LFC_5 said, there's just a shit Man City flooded with money but don't get results. Alpha G said, Jose in, and that comes on behalf of all Liverpool fans around the world. Ant said, Huddersfield were beaten before a ball was kicked and we just need to do our job and see where it takes us. And mate, I couldn't agree more. And I said that earlier on in the summer, that no matter what we do this season, we can only have effect 6 points against Manchester City. We can only have an effect against the 2 games we play, and it's up to other teams to put up a good show against them. Too many times last season we've seen what happened today. Teams just went to Manchester City and went, oh, I'm lubed up and I'm ready to go. Do your worst. And they did. Manchester City absolutely did. They penetrated fuck out of Huddersfield and they certainly had their way with them. Ferno said, if we don't win the league, it'll be because Manchester City are a freak of a team. 90 points might not even do it when you see what City did last year. Again, another excellent point, and something Cash touched on tonight's Cop Council pod. We are a little bit unfortunate that what could possibly be a team of our generation with regards to the praise that Jurgen Klopp has at the club and the capabilities that they have, we may just be up against a Manchester City team that are that freak, as you've said, that might be the best team of a generation with regards to the Premier League. So it certainly is no mean feat or no small task to be able to go up against them and try and wrestle this title away from them, but we've got to do it. We've got to go there. We've got to believe week in and week out that we're a Liverpool Football Club. We're here today. We're going to get these 3 points and we're going to keep in contact with Manchester City, because if I'm being honest, for me, they can talk about the league all they want, but for Manchester City, they want to win the European Cup. Everything for Pep revolves around winning Manchester City that European Cup. So when the season progresses and we get into the Champions League stages and things start heating up a bit, that's when Liverpool have to be strong, stay focused and keep picking up points and keep just knocking off 3 points, 3 points, 3 points and keeping in touch and seize on every single opportunity that might present itself. Greg said, City conceded a goal against Huddersfield, let that sink in. And although, Greg, I know you're saying that from a point of view of, just having a bit of a laugh and stuff, you make a very good point. City did concede a very easy goal against Huddersfield. So let's not just look at it from the 6 they put in. Let's look at it that they're still not shored up at the back. They're still weak back there and they still have ways that they can be got at and that they're vulnerable. So, again, you might have, inadvertently just made... Well, no, I don't say inadvertently because you raised a good point, but the point is very valid. They're not infallible. Owen said, hello everybody and how are you tonight, Craig? Owen, mate, I am absolutely flying. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. It's been like a long way to get to see Liverpool again, and I just have this feeling that we're going to go out there tomorrow night and put them to the sword. I'm so confident. As the week has gone on, my confidence levels around this game have just built and built, and I feel really, really good. I feel like Liverpool are in a good place, and Jurgen Klopp having a full week uninterrupted again to get the guys ready will be very beneficial, and I'm expecting a big performance tomorrow. Wayne says, Craig, I'm not worried. I'm going for 4-1 in favour of Liverpool. Well in, Wayne, mate. I will happily take that result, buddy. Megan Onke said, Aguero is looking class. To be fair, Aguero is class. Yeah, he's quality. There's no denying it. Sergio Aguero is an absolutely lethal striker. He's an amazing goal scorer. So yeah, he's one of the best in the world when he's fit. Nabil is saying, everybody's saying the City performance was amazing. They beat Huddersfield. We beat West Ham 4-0. Who's the better team? Again, fair points. We can't, like, all they did today was get 3 points. That's all they did. Everything else around it is just conjecture, hyperbole, people building it up. Fuck it. All they did today was get 3 points. In the black and white, in the grand scheme of things, that's all Manchester City did today. The same way it'll be all we do tomorrow if we go out there and beat Crystal Palace. 3 points is 3 points is 3 points. They're still on 6 points. Spurs are still on 6 points. Watford are still on 6 points. We'll still be on 6 points tomorrow if we win. That's what it's all about. It coming down to goal difference is very, 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 very unlikely. It happens very rarely. So at this moment in time, let's just worry about the points. Tarish said, "Hey Craig, absolutely beautiful from Man United today. Hope Jose stays for a very long time." As do I, my friend. As do I, because it was hilarious to sit back and look today and just think, let's play Jose bingo. Who's he gonna blame on this one? Damo said, "United are miles behind us." And Miles asked, "Where will United finish?" I'm gonna be honest. I still think Mourinho's gonna get them top 4. I honestly do. I think he'll grind out enough that he'll get them top 4. Or if he gets the sack, I still think they're going to grind out a top 4 finish. Pepper Red is in. "Good evening, Craig. Evening, Reds." And by the way, Miles, I hope they don't. I mean, nothing would make me fucking happier than for them to finish 5th or 6th again. Ferno said, "Love your Twitter, Avi Craig." Thank you, mate. Connor made that message in me the other day for a laugh. He sent me that image and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to play with this one. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it as my Twitter bio, Avi. So I just kind of tried to play up to it a little bit and kind of play into the joke. Stephen Taggart said, "Hopefully third so my bet comes in." Jimmy said, "Good evening, Craig. How are you tonight, mate?" "I'm excellent, thank you, Jimmy." Nice win by Brighton today. It really was. It was beautiful. It was so nice to see. And you know what? It was so nice to look in the stands, because that's what I often do when giant killings, if you want to call it like that, are going on. I look at the fans in the stand and see how they're reacting. I try and look at the kids' faces and see the joy that are on their faces, because yeah, they beat United last year at the Amex Stadium, but they probably weren't expecting it to do it 2 years in a row. So fair play to them, and really, really good finish for that first goal, by the way. Really nifty little finish. Points mean prizes, said Dave, which is absolutely true. Whether that be from a footballing standpoint or whether that be from a game show standpoint, Dave, mate, that is absolutely true. To use a darts analogy, it's trebles for show, doubles for dough, Dave. Luke said, "Long weekend, Craig, but one more sleep." It's nearly there, Luke, mate. We are very nearly there, as you said. It has been a long weekend. I wonder at the start of the weekend if any results would go our way, if anything might fall into place that will give us some added incentive. Well, you know what? We win tomorrow, and as well as being 3 points clear of United, we're going to be 6 points clear of Arsenal already after 2 games. So, you know, people might say it's only 2 games in, but do you know what? I'd rather be 6 points ahead than have to be Arsenal and try and find back those 6 points already off the top 4. And this is only 2 games into the season. Brandon Kelly's gone for a 3-1 prediction for Liverpool against Crystal Palace, which was my prediction as well, Brandon. Although I'm kind of getting a bit ballsier, if I'm being honest, Brandon, as the week has gone by. I'm kind of thinking 3-1 could easily become another 4-0, Craig. But don't let your bravado get too heavy, Craig. Don't get too far into it. We have to win 38 games to beat City to the top. Well, that technically isn't true, to be fair. All we'd have to do is, I think from a mathematical point of view, is win 37 and draw 1 would get us to the top. I think, if my maths is correct, although it may well not be. As long as that drawing game is against Manchester City, then yeah, I think 37 wins and a draw against Manchester City would do us. Nabil said, "People may call me stupid, but Pep is on the verge of being just as good, if not better, than Sir Alex Ferguson. He's taken the Premier League by storm, and he's done it in Germany and Spain. He is amazing." I'm gonna make up my own point on this one, and I made this on either a stream or a pod, I can't remember. It's easy for people to just point to Pep Guardiola and say, you bought the league, you bought it in Spain, you bought it in Germany, but it takes a certain calibre of person and a certain calibre of manager to be able to walk into these clubs and get shit in order and deal with the big personalities at these clubs and get people to buy into what he's doing. And that's what we've been able to see from Pep Guardiola when he came into Manchester City, when he came through at Barcelona, and when he went to Bayern Munich. With Bayern Munich, he didn't get the European Cup that they were hoping for, and he hasn't yet got it at Manchester City, but he has at least always maintained the status quo at these clubs of winning championships. We've seen what he did at Barcelona, produced possibly the best club side of my generation anyway. So yeah, he is an absolutely fantastic manager. I don't know if it's right to even talk about him in the same breath as Sir Alex Ferguson, because Ferguson did it for a prolonged period in a very, very, very competitive league. So, you know, it kills me to praise Alex Ferguson, but I'm being honest. But yeah, he is an absolutely fantastic manager. He is. There's no two ways about it. What else have we got? Cobra said, evening guys and girls, fingers crossed for tomorrow and hope that Palace get destroyed. They're getting destroyed, mate. They're getting destroyed. You have the eggs word on that one. They're getting destroyed. And said, hope he got to Palace and smashed them to bits tomorrow. Hodgson been talking shit saying he didn't get a chance with us. Jesus Christ, we're delighted he didn't. Yeah, when Cash again made a really good point saying that when we played Blackpool in the Premier League when Hodgson was in charge, I don't know what the result was of that game, but Cash was talking about a quote from him where he said, Liverpool aren't too big a club to get relegated. I mean, come on, fuck off, Roy. Seriously, Mr. Emu, we're not too big a club to get relegated, you fucking clown. Cobra said, Pep is a good manager, but would like to see how he gets on with a team like Stoke or Southampton. Every club he's been to has quality players already there. It is true, but as I said, it does take a certain type of person to manage these teams and manage these players and get the best out of them consistently. Miles said, in other news, up the fucking Reds, which I love, Miles. That's my type of news, buddy. Mick said, still early, lads. We'll know after 10 games how things are going to shape out in the league, and it's too early to predict anything yet. It is, you're spot on, mate. It absolutely is, but we can just take things 1 week at a time, one game at a time, and hopefully 3 points at a time from our perspective. Fung Jung Meng said, we'll win against Crystal Palace, Liverpool to win 3-0, Alisson to keep another clean sheet, and Brighton just made my day. So my prediction, by the way, because I'm going to try and give these before every game, and I've backed it, I put my money where my mouth is. So for tomorrow's game, I have stuck €50 on Sadio. Nope, I've stuck €50 on Bobby Firmino and Mo Salah to score. So both of them to score was 3-1. So I stuck €50 on them to score. That's my prediction for tomorrow. Mo Salah and Bobby Firmino to score. Nabil said, was watching the City show. The last episode, Aguero said that he had knee pains for about 5 years. Now that he's had surgery, he's never felt better. He's going to be scary this season. I still haven't got round to watching that show. I really must. What is it like for anyone that has watched it? Have you enjoyed it? Has it been cringy? Was it well made? Because personally, I liked the Juventus one. I thought that was well made. As I said, I haven't got round yet to watching this Manchester City one. Will said, can see Palace nicking a scrappy goal tomorrow but not causing us too much trouble. And Ferno said, Lascelles is so composed, he's a leader and a fantastic defender, best centre back outside of the top 5. And Tom said, good evening everybody. Good evening, Tom, mate, thank you for joining us, great to have you back. Maverick said, I'd say let's not worry about City and just focus on our games. And Ferno said, De Bruyne reminds me of Gerrard. I get that. I totally get where you're getting that analogy from. I can see that in him as well. He's a quality footballer, Kevin De Bruyne. He really is. I'm not gonna lie, I would fucking have loved him at Liverpool. I really would have loved. He would have fit in perfectly as well. I love him even more because of the fact that Mourinho let him go. That just makes it even better that he's come back to haunt him in the league. Ant said, love to know how we beat West Ham. How when we beat West Ham, it's only West Ham. City beat Huddersfield, and you think it was Barcelona that they played. Again, people will portray things differently. I was just saying earlier on the podcast that I almost expected to read the news tomorrow and see the headline. Manchester City dropped to loss at Brighton despite heroic Paul Pogba penalty in the 94th minute. That's kind of the headlines I was expecting to read tomorrow, if I'm being honest. Paul said, I have the same feeling. I have Fabinho in for Gini. I'd have the same team. I'd have Fabinho for Gini. To help Trent with Zaha, last year Benteke got the better of Lovren. Benteke is so shit though, to be fair. I am interested to see if they do just go for that long ball, try and bypass the midfield and just try and get the knockdowns from Benteke, but I think Virgil will handle that all day, I really do. And don't forget, if we do play Joe Gomez in there, Joe Gomez is no shrinking violet. He's a big lump of a dude as well. So the thing with Benteke is obviously to just watch for the second ball. You may not win a lot of the headers. Benteke is good at that part of his game, so it's about the drop downs, the second balls, and watching the runners. Brandon said, I don't get how people say Lovren is mistake prone after that performance from Bailly. It was awful. 1, he was sulking. 2, the penalty he gave away was ridiculous. And 3, as you said, he was shy for the entire game. He looked rattled, completely rattled. And you know what, I've always called Bailly a bottle job right since the time where he went off injured against Liverpool when we played Villarreal. I just always thought that he looked like a bottle job to me. But you know what, my opinion doesn't matter because I'm not a United fan and I don't have to look at him every week. In saying that, I gave him a lot of credit when we played him in pre-season. I thought he looked very, very composed, but that was just a pre-season game. Paul said Fabinho is a beast in the air. He's got some spring. Be interesting to see how he does get on. I mean, if they are bypassing that midfield and we have Fabinho dropping back maybe 10 feet deeper to help with those aerial duels, then you're talking about having 3 pretty tall guys in there to deal with Benteke, and you would hope that 2 of them going up for it could certainly get the better of him. Fu Jun Meng said Brandon Bailly is a joke. Fred is the next Bakayoko. I have to say, I don't blow my own trumpet much about tweets and stuff, but I was very proud of one I put out today about Fred miskicking the ball. I can't even explain what it was. It was just a funny tweet about Fred kicking thin air, basically. And where else are we? Lots of comments in tonight already, guys. So thank you to everyone that's come in and posted. God, there really is a lot of comments. Bear with me, guys. The look on Jose's face today was priceless. The man is in meltdown mode, said Tom. And Joseph said, what's up, Reds? Mr. Moan will be gone by November. Ed Woodward looked like he was sucking on lemons. Just hope United don't get Zidane. They'll be dangerous if that happens. And you think about that from this perspective, though. If you're Zidane, and they may well get him, I'm not saying they won't, but if you're Zidane, you're looking at that Manchester United team and you're saying to Ed Woodward, I'm going to need this, and this, buddy, and if I don't get this, and this, then I'm not coming in. It's that simple. El Chapo said, who the fuck is Fred? He's just nobody, mate. Pretty much is the answer. He's just a 60 million, I think it was 60 million, a 60 million pound gobshite by the looks of it. Maverick said, United need to let Jose go now. He's become Jurassic for modern day football. You can't just spend and have nothing to show for it. But he wants more cash to spend. I was saying Fabinho can contain Benteke, stop the flicks to Zaha. Fred, there's no bread, said Joseph. I remember that ad. Will said, not gonna lie, Craig, would love to watch a certain gentleman who you can't mention going on a rant tonight, if you get what I mean. I get you, buddy, and thankfully I think everybody else gets what you're talking about as well, so I don't even have to explain it. Guys, as I said earlier on, we are trying our best. We've been trying all week to try and inch towards that 3,500 subscriber mark. So if you're watching the stream, thank you. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and of course hit that thumbs up, that like button. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be live tomorrow for the watch along of the Crystal Palace game. I'll be going on air at about 7:30. We'll be having a little look ahead to the game. Of course, we'll go through the game with you guys in detail. Bit of commentary, bit of laugh along the way. We'll then take a break for a while and we'll come back with our post-match show about 25 minutes after the game ends. We'll be on there. We'll take a couple of your calls perhaps. We'll bring on a couple of the guys and we'll have a chat about the game in general and, you know, see what you guys thought of it. Hopefully we're all reacting to a Liverpool win. But I hope you guys can join us for that one as well, because as the last couple we've done have been really popular. We've had like 25,000 views, 23,000 views and 32,000 views or something. So we hope you can join us for that one. I'm really looking forward to. It's changed the way I watch Liverpool games. Usually I just watch them at home in my sitting room, I took notes and then I went into the podcast. Now I'm watching them live and I'm kind of having to react in real time with you guys to what's going on here in front of me. So it's given a whole new dimension to how I watch football. So I'm really enjoying it. And as I said, I hope you can join us from about 7:30 tomorrow night. Man U might as well have Fred Dibnah in midfield. Carl said next week we play Brighton and United play Spurs away. Another tough game for them, to be fair. Clapwhite says we need a 4-goal margin to go top of the league. Michael Marnie is going for 5-0 to Liverpool tomorrow. I'm loving that optimism, Michael, mate. Well in. Christ, feels like years since we played West Ham, said Ant. I said earlier on, at the very start of the stream, mate, it seems like much longer than a week ago. Kieran said, not celebrating the United loss until we beat Palace, which is sensible, mate. Well in, I get where you're coming from. But it is always nice just to have a little poke at them, to be fair, when they lose to somebody like Brighton. Joseph said, yeah, I got a Fuka notification for that slaphead. Don't ask me how, little dope. I hope it's not this slaphead you mean there. I hope it's the other slapheads you're talking about. Peter said, want a big win tomorrow. Henderson will start. Megan Anki thinks. One game at a time, boys. One game at a time. Points is all that matters, which I absolutely agree with. Kang Ozzy said, if we scored in the first 10 minutes, I reckon we'll get 4 or 5. Paul said, the man who can't be named is saying LFC are buying the league. Do you know what he could do? He could buy a fucking clue, is what he can do. Dave Trainer says, hello to everybody. Ferno said, Manchester City documentary looks very interesting. And Maverick has said, it's a cliche, but let's enjoy each game as it comes, forget what everybody else is doing. Until he wins the Champions League without Messi, I don't see Pep as one of the greats, said Alpha G. It's a fair point, mate. I get where you're coming from. I think the pressure will really be on from to win Champions League at Manchester City, because as you rightly said, he's got absolutely zero excuses for not doing it. That's what their owners want. They've done the league and they did it in a great way. They walked the league, they set a new benchmark, they got 100 points, fair play to them. But it's no secret that they want to be they want to establish themselves as one of the biggest brands in the world, and to do that they've got to go and win the Champions League. We were that close last season, that close, and we weren't even the finished article yet. As I said, Raptor has killed me. Every time I take a drink of something now, I think about Raptor's video, slow motion drink, and I think, you take any longer than 2 seconds here and it's going to seem like forever to the people that are watching. Dave said, did you see my Carlsberg ad parody? I didn't see it, no mate. Stephen said, the only thing United have got right is their Adidas kit, which actually I think is fucking rotten, if I'm being honest. I don't like these kits. And Spurs, even though it's not Adidas, is kind of similar in that 2 colours are merging together at the bottom of the shirt, whether it be the colour of the shorts and the colour of the jersey. I don't like that personally. Brandon said, I don't get how people say Lovren is mistake prone after the performance today from Bailly, which we spoke about. Klopp versus Pep, 8 wins for Klopp, 1 draw and 5 losses. Klopp is the GOAT. Bob Paisley was the best for me, said Gareth. Bob Paisley just fucking, they were almost having to invent more trophies to give other teams a chance, because Bob Paisley was just winning them all left, right and centre. Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan, Bill Shankly, just an amazing group of managers. Is this the Anfield Agenda or the Pep Agenda? I don't understand that question, Ryan, mate. Let's not be complacent with Palace, stay focused and we'll put them to bed and take 3 points. Yeah, mate, Maverick, I'm with you, buddy, but I don't at all think that team is going to go out there and show any complacency. As I said earlier, Klopp has had a whole week to drill them and let them know exactly what to expect, exactly what he wants from them, and they'll all know their jobs, and I've no doubt that they'll go out there and perform to the best of their abilities and get the 3 points. Nabil's going to put on match of the day just to watch the events unfold again today at Brighton. Clapwhite said 3-1 to Liverpool for me. We'll need to make up the goal difference later on in the season. I honestly wouldn't worry about goal difference. It's far too early to even consider goal difference a thing. If we can try and, tick along, then great. But I mean, I wouldn't be going balls out in games and taking unnecessary chances just to try and increase our goal difference. Look how that worked out for us in 13-14 when we started to chase the goal tally against Crystal Palace. We know what happened there, so I wouldn't like to see anything like that happen to us again. And it's too early in the season to even consider stuff like that. Gary said, roll on tomorrow. It's been far too long that we've all had to wait to watch Liverpool again. Tanner said, let's all just point at United and laugh. And Ryan said, fuck City. Nabil said, the City show is amazing. It feels like a fake TV show, but it's just amazing to see an insight into how it is after the games and before. And yeah, and I get where you're coming from. I don't even think you're talking about that from a Manchester City point. I think you just mean as a football fan, and excuse me if I'm paraphrasing here for you, buddy. As a football fan, it's just great to get that insight into whatever club it might be, just into the professionalism, into how things done, into what works in the dressing room before and after the game, how the managers interact with the players and how they interact with each other and the coaches. I can understand how all that would be fascinating. And Liverpool fan Will said, I thought the City show was decent as well, actually. Brighton have made it a bit more bearable waiting for Liverpool to play, said Gary. And Clapboyd said, why are you all going on about Manchester City? Because we're discussing games that happen today, buddy, that affect Liverpool in the Premier League. So we're kind of just, building through the games, talking about what happened. We talked, like yesterday, on yesterday's stream, we talked through Chelsea, we talked through Spurs. So people are just bringing up Manchester City and United's performances today. And we're talking about them and how they pertain to Liverpool's game tomorrow against Manchester or against Crystal Palace. Maverick said, the show is okay, it's not as interesting as you think. Again, I've gone back to the Man City one, so we'll skip past that. Hey Craig, what a day watching the Manx getting a masterclass from Brighton, says the Revenite. Here's one. Tomorrow's midfield, which is a subject that's been on my mind a lot this week, trying to figure out who's going to play and trying to figure out what trio we might see in there. So I've seen one in here, so I just want to go back and see if you guys agree with this midfield or if you have your own midfield trio that you'd like to see tomorrow. So where was it gone? Where's it gone? Sorry guys. There we go. So Keita, Fabinho and Shaqiri is Scissors midfield trio for tomorrow. I think I've been fairly consistent with mine all week, and I have gone for Keita, Henderson, and who did I put in there with Henderson? Keita, Henderson and Milner I think we'll probably end up seeing tomorrow. Just a guess from my side, of course, complete guesswork. I know a lot of people want Fabinho in there. Personally, I'd rather play him next week when we're home than playing this week away at Palace. Fabinho's dog is better than Fred, said HD Clown. And the Revenite said, El Chapo, I saw you on the show that I cannot mention the name of, taking the piss. Love it. Imran said, Alisson, Trent, Virgil, Gomez, Robertson, Fabinho, Keita, Gini, Salah, Firmino and Mane tomorrow. So anybody have any changes they'd make to that team there? Obviously I would be changing Gini there, and I'd be changing Fabinho for Henderson and Milner, but that's just my own preference. Anybody else got their team? Anyone got changes they want to come in? What's bring back arrogant? I'm missing on something there. I just seen it pop up. Bring back arrogant. I've no idea what that is, buddy. I've seen it from Periscope. Peter said we've had 29 likes, so I don't know how many people are watching, guys, but if you can, I'll just take a minute to hit that thumbs up and smash that like button. It would mean a lot. Kieran reckons that the only team Zidane may well go and manage now is Juventus, which probably, Allegri will at least see out this year at Juventus, so you'd imagine that he'd end up having to take a year off then before he'd go and get to manage Juve. Oh, Damo said, love the you blackhead Charlie Brown missing the football kick gif. Yeah, I was proud of that one. I was proud of that. It was my little dig at Fred. Fred is a bum, said Ryan. Ryan, mate, I love how short you are with your posts, mate. You're right to the point. You don't fuck about. Fred is back at Yoko 2.0. Why can't you mention his name? Is he suing? No, it's nothing like that. He's actually been nothing but polite towards us, to be fair. He was actually complimentary about the channel in a couple of chats I'd seen. No, I've given myself a self-imposed exile of speaking his name because I understand at times I went a little bit too harsh and I spoke a bit too much about him, so I've kind of given myself a ban where I'm not going to mention his name and I'm going to try and concentrate more on what we're doing. Maverick said, keep the same team for Palace or go tactical, bring in Fabinho for the 6th position and play Gini and Keita and Klein for Trent. I really don't want Klein to come in for Trent, although I've no doubt he'd do a smashing job because I've no problems with Nathaniel Klein whatsoever. I just think Trent gives us a bit more going forward. But, you know, I fully trust Klopp, but whatever Klopp goes with, I know he'll have thought through to the fucking nth degree and he'll have a reason for every single change that he makes, tactical or otherwise. Paul said, if Zidane did come in, he'd be like a top chef trying to make a meal with a pot noodle and an Eccles cake. How do you guys view Naby Keita, by the way? I wanted to get your opinion on this because when Naby came into the club, his interview was first and foremost, think about me from a defensive point of view or something to those words, I believe he said. But from what I've seen of Naby Keita playing both at Leipzig and a few games he's played for Liverpool, whilst he is brilliant defensively and he's brilliant at intercepting play, breaking up play, he's brilliant at chasing people down and he's brilliant at a press, he's equally as adept at stepping forward, bypassing a player and picking out a pass. So I kind of just want to gauge how you guys feel about Naby Keita and what type of contribution you're expecting him to give this season to that Liverpool team. Don't insult Fat Sam, said Kang Ozzy. Aaron said, we should win tomorrow, we've better players overall, and if we perform like we did against West Ham, then we should be comfortable. You see how City destroyed Huddersfield? That's what we need to do. Spot on. It's exactly what we need to do. We need to go out there, impose our own game, back what we're doing, know that we're too good, and put the fucking ball in the net numerous times. What else have we got? Another 9-0 thrashing would scare the shite out of everybody, said Stephen Richards. Yeah, we spoke about that last night, didn't we? It's been many years since we gave him a good 9-0 thrashing, and it would certainly send shockwaves. No surer thing than that. Who was it that told me to have a look at The Guardian last night, actually, and have a read about the article about the Crystal Palace singing section being, well, not taking up their season tickets? I did have a read of it today. Maverick said, yeah, agree, forget the goal difference for now, just concentrate on getting the 3 points. Junior reckons that we can go send out another message tomorrow and beat Crystal Palace 3-0. Louis is in. Louis, great to see you, mate, welcome. Stephen said, don't forget we actually have a decent keeper for the first time since my twin brother Pepe Reina. And I'm not calling myself his twin brother, I'm taking Stephen's comments there. I'm the fat twin though, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely the fat twin if I'm Pepe Reina's twin. Garrett said, in any other era Liverpool would romp this league. I actually fucking totally agree with that. I think, as I said, and as Cash said in the pod as well, it's just bad timing that we have this Manchester City side there as well, but they're there, we have to deal with them, and if we want to win the league we're going to have to be better than Manchester City. Clapite said, we just need one of those days when Salah is on fire. Do you know, that's the beauty of our front three though. Salah, Mane or Firmino, just all three of them are capable of moments of absolute brilliance, and a couple of them from anybody and it's game over. That is the beauty of what we have at our disposal here at Liverpool at the moment. Paul said, sorry Craig, this is to the dog's right bollock. I hope he can do me articles I put to him on Twitter. Connor's not on here tonight, buddy, so if you're aiming that at him, then I don't think he'll see your comment. Spurs third kit is nice, made out of ocean waste and designed by a charity, but I think I like it. It's a good cause. I mean, if nothing else, as you said, it's there for a good cause, so I certainly won't be taking the piss out of that if it's for a charitable cause. Imran said Liverpool need a big win tomorrow to scare Manchester City and lay down a marker to the rest of the league. Junior said, I like Monday Night Football, but I just hate waiting this long. Yeah, I like it as well. I usually like to kick back and watch other teams play on Monday night and haven't already known how Liverpool have gotten on. But as you rightly said, one of the good things about Monday Night Football is we'll get the good build up. We'll get some good punditry from Cara and Neville, and then we'll get the post match stuff as well. So obviously you'll get all that on here, but just without the Carragher and the Neville, just the fat Pepe Reina's fat twin, the Anfield egg. Why will be wobbed tomorrow night, said Carl, and I had to do the accent there. Sorry, I just felt like it was wrote that way. It was wrote with a W, so I had to read it as I saw it. Daniel James Christopher said, can't lie, I do have the fear a little. Palace away, they seem to always raise their game, but I think this is a good test for Keita and the team. For me, I think I've said this all week, and even though I'm wondering if they're going to bypass the midfield and play a lot of long balls, I think we have to just impose ourselves in that midfield. And if we play anywhere near the level in midfield that we did last week against West Ham, then I've got no fears going into this game whatsoever. Pepper Red said, I'd like another 4-0 result, but I think it'll be 2-0 against Palace tomorrow. And Gareth said, I'm sensing a little bit of anti-Man United on here. Just a smidge, Gareth, just a smidge. All the money spent on Kane and their new stadium, which isn't even ready, said Junior. Pepper Red wants to know, who the fuck is Man United? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Nabil said it's going to be good seeing Neville in a Liverpool shirt tomorrow. Is it tomorrow that he has to wear it because of that bet he lost? That will be interesting if that is true, if that's when he has to wear it. Very interesting to see him in a Liverpool shirt. Was there a name and number on the back of it as well? I can't remember if he had to put a name and number on the back of it. Sorry guys, I'm just again going through the chat to try and keep up. Where are we? Just when I think I'm keeping up and catching up with your chat guys, I fall miles behind. Where the hell was I? Okay, I've been that one, done that one. Okay, now I'm back where I was, sorry. Ryan reckons it's Fabinho, Milner and Keita in midfield against Palace. The child who lives in a bin is back with us. Great to have you, buddy. How's the bin? How's Wales? And said, Craig, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but your favourite person, Mignolet, is staying and Karius might be off to Besiktas. I'm trying to process this now live on air and be as diplomatic about things as I can be. To be fair to SpongeBob, if he was to stay as our number 2, I don't see that as a bad thing, to be fair. If SpongeBob stays and Karius goes to Besiktas, then so be it. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Junior reckons that Naby will get his first goal tomorrow night. And El Chapo said, if I was a United fan, I'd be really worried. Just thank your lucky stars that you're not, mate. Regardless of the result, just thank your lucky stars you're not a smug prick. Shafia said, this is a Liverpool channel, Gareth. Hating Man United is just natural. It comes with the territory, it absolutely does. Owen McKeever said, I love it when Pep is at Goodison speaking to his management team about how scared he is of our front 3. Everyone's scared of our front 3. Everyone. Everybody. I'm putting 20 on it. Let's go, Naby, said El Chapo. So he's sticking a score on Keita to score tomorrow. What odds is it, by the way? I'd love to know what odds it is on Keita to score. I can check it up on my phone, but I don't want to jump off the stream here and look ignorant. Origi could be going to Dortmund for 27 million. Thoughts, Craig? Said Junior. Does he need a lift to the airport? Is he alright for an Uber? What size boots is he? Does he need the studs tightening? Anything I can do to help that move happen, I'm all for it. 27 million. Yes please. Yes please. Liverpool should have won the title last year, but the defence and the midfield let them down, said Imran. Look, to be fair, let's be realistic about this. We weren't winning the league last year. If Manchester City can hit 100 points, we weren't winning the league last year. Be realistic about it. 100 points is ridiculous. Ryan said, cannot wait to see Neville and in a Shaqiri shirt tomorrow Monday Night Football. I'd love to see Liverpool beat Everton and Spurs away, said Brandon. Purple or grey away tomorrow, will purple clash with Palace's home kit? Good shout. Good shout, mate. I was thinking of this earlier on, Mr. Mossy Wassy. I was only wondering that earlier on. When I was taking this shirt out of the wardrobe, I was saying to myself, shit, should I wear this one today or should I keep it up for tomorrow? Because technically the purple is our away shirt, but as you rightly said, that might clash with the Palace shirt. So I'd be interested to see what shirt we are going to wear. So if anyone does know, for definite, let me know. Comment says, is Alan Dean one? Said the bench isn't strong enough. I think our bench is the strongest at this moment in time. Unblock, Bellend and Arrogant said, I don't know, Christiana but one. Firstly, if you're blocked on here, it's got nothing to do with me. And if you're calling me arrogant, go fuck yourself. I'm in charge. There's nothing you can do about it, dickhead. Nah. Yeah, people keep saying that they got blocked on here or whatever. I have never blocked a single person from this YouTube channel. I can guarantee you that. I've timed people out, but I've never blocked a single person. And some fucking idiot that's on Twitter there moaning about being blocked and calling me arrogant. But yeah, he's obsessed enough to come on here and spend the time to want to watch what we're doing. So he thinks by acting like a dickhead that we're going to go, oh, you know what? He's right. He's right. I didn't call you arrogant. Nonce, mate. Nonce. That's about as clever as your generation can be, isn't it? Because you're all fucking retarded. Nonce. Seriously. Nonce. You can come up with better than nonce, mate. Try and be original. Seriously. Calling me a nonce, like, that's just ridiculous. Grey kit tomorrow, I think, said Cobra. I would think so. It does make sense, to be fair. It does make sense. I wouldn't have thought we'd be seeing the grey kit much in the Premier League this year, but yeah, grey kit tomorrow does make sense. I know I feel like a dick wearing it today, if I'm being honest. Besiktas in talks with Karius tonight, Craig said, and I've heard somebody mention that earlier on, mate, and it is a tough one. How serious are these links though, and where are they coming from? Because I really would like to see if this is true, because we've seen earlier on in the window that Mignolet was supposedly in talks with Napoli and they went with Ospina. We've seen that he possibly in talks with Barcelona to come in and back up their keeper who never left. So yeah, Besiktas. Was that a loan move or was that a permanent move as well, guys? If somebody can please let me know that one. Milner has to play either way. If it's Henderson, Wijnaldum or Fabinho in the 6, I don't mind, but King James should be one of the first names on the sheet. LFC should play Fabinho, Keita and Gini. That's definitely a win, said Imran Khan. Tybok said, hello mate, great to have you back. And Alisson hasn't really been tested yet, says Gareth. He hasn't, to be fair, which is great. And I hope he continues not to be tested because it means we're doing something right. Robert said, sorry, haven't been on in a while, been doing lots of training. Never apologise, Robert, mate. I hope things are going well for you. I chat to so many people on here, buddy, and I could be wrong on this one, but I believe you are the young man from Cork who is going for a trial over to Belgium, if memory serves me correct, Robert, and apologies if I'm incorrect on that one, buddy. Pepper Red said, Hendo, Milner and Keita for him. Alisson, Trent, Gomez, VVD, Robbo, Fabinho, Keita, Gini, Salah and Firmino along with Mane is what Nabil is going for. Nabil, this has been doing my head in for ages, mate. What was your account name before you switched it over? I can never remember and it's doing my head in. A loan to Besiktas makes sense for Karius Jr., so it's a loan by the looks of it. And yeah, that does make sense. Get him completely out of the limelight from the English media and stuff as well. Let him rebuild himself over there. Again, Besiktas will be a team that will be challenging at the top end of the table. A fantastic new arena as well. That Vodafone Arena, I think it is over there, is a wonderful stadium. So if he can handle the Turkish crowd, he'll definitely harden himself up over there. So if he does go, then you know what, you want him to do well. You wish the guy the best, and hopefully he comes back an improved, more well-rounded goalkeeper. But most importantly, hope he rebuilds his confidence over there. Don't ignore my questions, dickhead. I'll ignore your questions all I want. See, that's the beauty of being in charge. I'm the gaffer, it's my rules, and now I'm just going to constantly ignore your questions forever, and I'm not even going to ban you, because I'm going to let you wind yourself up by writing post after post after post, jumping up and down like a spoiled little bitch trying to get noticed. From here on out, my friend, you're just going to have to smash your keyboard, because I ain't going to answer anything else you have to say. But I'm not going to do you the pleasure of banning you, because that would be too easy, and I want to see how worked up you get. I want to see you crying, smashing your keyboard, whinging to your mammy, pointing fingers at the bald man on the bald nonce on the camera that won't give you the attention that you crave. Arsenal will sack their manager and get Zidane in. There's no way Zidane's going near Arsenal, to be fair. They wouldn't be able to give him to afford him, or the wages that he'd want to pay players, or the type of players that he'd want to bring in. Mourinho will be at Inter next season, said Ryan, and that's something that a lot of people seem to think, Ryan. I've seen a couple of people in our WhatsApp group go back and forth on this one as well. People are kind of under the illusion or under the belief that because of the players that Inter are bringing in there, they're almost preparing the groundwork for Mourinho to go in. They lost tonight, by the way. The first game of the season, they lost 1-0 away at Sassuolo. Fucked up my accumulator as well. How many United players will get into this Liverpool team? Asks Just Another Gamer. That's a really good question now, because the obvious answer used to always be, well, we have De Gea, so De Gea will definitely get in there. But now, look, De Gea is still an amazing goalkeeper, but I'm very happy with our goalkeeper, so I'm never going to slag off David De Gea because he's excellent. But it is a good question. How many of their team would get in? So maybe you guys in the chat can let me know. How many would you get in, or how many of those United players would you want in the team? Honestly, going through their team now, in my head really quickly, I can't think of one. I honestly can't think of one. Jesus, I can't. I'm not putting Pogba in our team. I'm not. He's too inconsistent. Alexis Sanchez has been dog shit at United. Fred, I don't rate. The forwards, Lukaku was a very good forward, don't get me wrong. Wouldn't suit our system, so he wouldn't fit in well. It sounds like such a shitty thing to say, and I'm only saying it because I'm a Liverpool fan and they're United, but I'm honestly not. I can't see anyone. Personally, I can't see anybody that I put in there. As I said, Lukaku is an excellent forward. David De Gea is an excellent goalkeeper. And Paul Pogba, in the right team with the right system on the right day, can be world class. But I don't see them fitting into our team. What else we got? Hendo's a better passer than Genie, so Hendo, Keita and Milner for Kang Ozzy. De Gea could be our second keeper, said Pepper Red. Hope Fabinho starts as heightened distribution to break down Crystal Palace, says Eric. Naby is class. Simple and to the point from Darren, and 100% correct. The Raptor said, the less relevance people start giving to City, the more realistic people's prospects will be of a more evenly matched season. It's like hearing people talk about fucking God. It's a very good point, mate. And you got to take them off a pedestal. You got to look at them as the same as any other team, and you got to look at them as being as fallible as any other team and as beatable as any other team. Keita is fucking amazing, says Kang Ozzy, which he is, to be fair. He's absolutely class. Naby Keita reminds me of Mascherano. Yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. He's a bit more forward thinking than Mash, but I get what you mean about that tenacity and stuff, and just being that annoying little shit there who won't go away and just won't give you a minute's peace. Junior said, Naby is one of the best midfielders in the league already and will only get better under Klopp. with Mo, Bobby and Sadio in front of him. Keita is a brilliant player and has potential to become a great player at the club, and is a great addition to the squad, said Robert. He's I said this all summer, he's the sign that I'm most excited about. I think Alisson will possibly have the biggest impact because we badly needed that strength area to be strengthened up, but I've been so excited about the thought of Naby Keita being a Red since we signed him. It seems like a fucking long ass time in between getting that deal done and him arriving, but he's here now and he looks the business. Cobra said the best thing is a lot of people forgot about Keita coming in. Boy, are they going to remember him now. Phil Thompson described him as a nasty player. He'll press and attack with amazing skills. The Raptor is in the building, guys. Raptor, sir, how the hell are you? Great to have you back on with us. Keita could play for Jupiter, said Pepper Red. There's a lot of mods on here, says Gareth. We're Blue Spanner FC, mate. That's what this channel's called. Loads of mods on here. As I said, Blue Spanner FC. You think Liverpool have a good squad? You ain't got nothing. You want to see the squad we have here at Anfield Agenda, the moderators we have. The squad depth is unbelievable here. Naby's an all-round centre mid, rare in today's game. He can fill any role with the same quality. I think he's going to be an integral player for us now and in the future. He's a baller, said Wrigley Mick. I'm glad you just didn't use the fucking word elite there, mate. I'm just glad you didn't use that word. Shawnee53 said, Karius in talks with Besiktas. Looks like Mignolet is staying, according to Maddock in the Mirror. I don't mind, to be honest. I don't mind because it's a backup keeper and Mignolet is probably a more reliable backup keeper in that sense, if you get where I'm coming from. He won't do anything out of the ordinary, but he'll probably be able to keep the status quo to an extent. So, yeah, I don't mind if that happens. I hope Karius does rebuild his career. That's one thing I sincerely do hope. If he goes to Besiktas, then I hope it turns around for him and I hope he puts in a good season, gets a good run of games, makes some good saves, builds up his confidence. And I hope the Besiktas crowd get behind him as well, which I've no doubt they will because they're usually quite good at getting behind their players. Shafi said, Pepe is really fat now, mate. Don't put yourself down. He's Pepe though. I love Pepe Reina. He's definitely one of my goalkeeping heroes. Garrett said Grobler was the last world-class keeper Liverpool had. I disagree. I think Pepe Reina was world-class for at least 2 years anyway. Pepe Reina for me was an excellent goalkeeper. He went downhill when Xavi Valero left, when he had to get Achterberg in as his coach, but I do think Pepe Reina was at the level of world-class. Aziz said Liverpool will definitely get top 4, but you're not winning the league, mate. It's too early to say that, Aziz. I mean, we're definitely not favourites. I'll give you that one. Manchester City have to be favourites. And we're not just getting top 4. I'm going to tell you this as a matter of fact now. We're getting top 2 as a minimum. But we may win the league, we may not. But we're going to give it a damn good go this year. And that's what excites us as fans. We're not too arrogant and cocky to go and say, oh, the league is ours. We're definitely winning the league. Because we know what we're up against. We're up against a fantastic Manchester City team. But they're only human. They only get 3 points for a win, the same as us. So we just got to try to keep the pressure on, do what we can do and try and take care of our own business. Nabil said, since the World Cup, De Gea has faced 14 shots on target and conceded 10. That's, yeah, that's not great, to be fair. I mean, we used to throw similar statistics at Simon Mignolet at times as well. He had a run of games where he was, doing something similar. It was almost like every 1.2 shots he, faced went in, or something like that, like 1 out of every 1.2 or something. It was ridiculous. Craig, do a Benitez line in a Reina accent. No, I can't do a Spanish accent. We need to impose ourselves against Palace from the kick-off and never let up and watch for the counter-attack, said Tybach. Paul said, yeah, you're Pepe, Craig, on the day back from pre-season after you've been all summer like Luke Shaw. See, that's right up my sense of humour, mate. Where is the comments gone? Every few seconds this screen just jumps, so I'm trying to get back to your comments. Bear with me. Oh, Connor's in. Connor said, hit the subscribe button as if it was Mourinho's stupid face. Which is right. Absolutely right, Connor. Smash it like it's Mourinho's face. Smash it! Where am I? God, I hate the chat system on here because it jumps all over the place. Yeah, we've done this, we've done that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to just get back to the point in the chat where we're at. Right, you know what, I'm just going to pick this point and go from there. I really want Mane's new contract to get announced, said Louis. Craig, we used to live in Turkey. They're as mad about the game as us. I know, mate. I know from holidaying over there and talking to Turkish people. I know how much they love their football, mate. And you're right, they're absolutely fucking lunatics for it in the best possible sense. Robert said Craig going ham. And Junior said, for fuck's sake, Craig. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Oh well. Oh, it might have been when I was having a go with your man. But yeah, whatever. Fuck him. Call him a doorknob, Craig. That seems to be a good comeback. A doorknob. Alright, I don't get that one, but I'll try and work it in at some point. Garrett said, at some point this season I'm going to want United to win. I don't want Mourinho to get the sack. Pogba is the only player I take to Liverpool, said Tybok. Cobra said, I take Martial, as I reckon Klopp will do wonders with him. The Revenite said Pogba. I take Martial. But the people that are saying they take Martial, the whole premise of the question was who would get fit into our team, our starting 11. And I don't see how Martial can get in ahead of the three we have. And like you guys, I think Martial has an amazing future and is a very, very good footballer. But I think, if memory serves me right, the question was who would go into our starting 11 or into our team, and he wouldn't at this moment in time. Cameron's gone with Fellaini. Oh, Fellaini. The poster child for the Jose Mourinho era. With our midfield, we could deploy Pogba more attacking, said Nabil. And a lot more people saying Pogba. Yeah, I'd have Pogba. And a few more Martials. Jose's like Alan Partridge, after a couple of years in the hotel. Junior said Bailly is overrated. Pogba is the only player really. De Gea had a bad World Cup, and his past 2 games he's been on the downward spiral. He's let the side down. The pain in Martin Tyler and Gary Neville's voices when they were doing the commentary today, said Louis. Yeah, God love them. Oh well. But Martin Tyler's not a United fan. Not at all. No, he isn't. Not even a little bit. Klopp would turn Pogba into an incredible player, said Gareth. And yes, that's probably true. I did overlook the impact Klopp might have on these players. Who said Lingard? Lingard? Seriously, he's barely getting into the United team. And they're shy. Pogba probably would not even get an assistant kitman job with us. Take back that Fellaini comment. Kang Ozzy said, somebody take that comment back. Garrett said, I can live with City having a great team. Craig, since you're a chav, what's your favourite Adidas trainer? I bought one a while back. I so want to go and get it, but I don't want to leave the seat now, so I don't want to leave the stream. But so I'll get a picture of it. I have one on my phone somewhere, I think. I bought it in Sports Direct a while back. There's been a few. Some of the Coppas I love. There's been a fair few Adidas trainers. Some of the recent Neos have been nice as well, but I'll get up the pair I'm talking about. So bear with me, guys. I want to show you the ones I bought recently. I do love an Adidas trainer, so bear with me. What would I say they were? Right, here they are. I bought these ones not so long ago, and I really like these ones. So yeah, there, I do like those coppers. I bought them a few months back and they're still in a box on top of the wardrobe. But yeah, Adidas have had a shit ton, mate. It would be tough to just sit here and talk about one pair, but they're probably my favourite ones that I bought recently. Huddersfield accepted defeat before the game started, said Cameron, and I completely agree with that. Remember when United fans were saying Fred will be better than Keita? Said Louis. It's you know, it's so hard to come on sometimes and give an honest view about United player, because people automatically assume you're just being a smug prick and that you hate Manchester United, but I honestly don't get. I don't get what the big deal is about the dude. I don't get it. I just don't get it. What's he supposed to be so good at? I don't understand. Jimmy said, I think Sturridge will get a run out and score against Palace tomorrow. It would be great if he went on a scoring run and stayed fit. Absolutely would. I would love Danny Sturridge to start banging a few goals in it, and as you said, staying fit. Daniel Young said, you all smell. He obviously knows us all very well. Spot on, mate. Well in. Keita reminds me of a young Iniesta. Hit the subscribe button as if it was Mourinho's stupid face, said Connor. And on that note, guys, if you are watching, you are enjoying the stream, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to jump on tomorrow. We'll be doing a watch along for the game against Crystal Palace. We'll be starting about 7:30, going right through the game, interacting, bit of commentary on the game, having a bit of a laugh, just looking at the game in a different way. And we hope you can join us for that one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button now if you're watching. Turn on the notifications and then you'll get your notification. You'll get that reminder when we go live, and you'll be ready to sit down and get through the watch along with us. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and become part of the family here at Anfield Agenda. And of course, I don't think I've mentioned this on tonight's stream yet, but don't forget to jump onto the website anfieldagenda.com. It's out less than a week now, or in and around a week. Jump on there, sign up for your free membership. So all you have to do is go to anfieldagenda.com, click on the menu, go to the membership section, click create new membership, put in your email address, create your own unique password. Simple as that, absolutely 100% free. And then you can sign in there whenever you want, jump onto the chat room, chat with the Reds from the stream here. A lot of the guys go in there, leave some comments. You can do some live chat, some interactive stuff with them. You'll get access to private streams, lots and lots of reasons to just go and sign up. And as I keep saying, 100% free. Connor Crosby, I don't want to break my phone by slapping it like it's Mourinho's face, says Robert Coggins. Keita is not the only... It's not... What this is, Keita is not only in the opponent's face, he's so intelligent. Robbo should have a few assists as well, says Paul. Klopp wanted De Bruyne at Dortmund, but he rejected him. I wonder if Klopp went for him at Liverpool, would he have joined? He would be class. Look, there's no two ways about it. He would be class. So, Elias Eriksson says Crystal Palace Football Club. Mate, if you're a Palace fan, I don't know what this comment was that was deleted, but you're welcome. You're welcome into the chat, mate. If you're a Crystal Palace fan, I'd love to get your thoughts on the game tomorrow. I'd love to get your thoughts on the season ahead, on keeping Zaha at the club. Lots and lots of things I'd like to know, mate. You are very welcome into the chat. If you want to talk about the game tomorrow, or there's anything you want to ask us, mate, except for are you a nonce or how do you shine your bald head, then please do put it in the chat. You're most welcome to join us. Adam Shaw is going for 3-1 win tomorrow with Keita being man of the match. The clubs will be lining up next season to try and poach Keita from us, said Tybok. They're not getting them though, that's the thing. He's our boy. I fucking love Naby Keita. I'm gonna keep saying it. He just makes me smile. Even talking about his name just makes me smile. I fucking love Naby Keita. Our second keeper won't play any games except for the League Cup, said Junior. Guys, you know what I'm getting from tonight's stream, and maybe I'm just a little bit buzzed on this one because I feel like I'm smiling most of the way through it, but I'm so fucking excited about the Reds being back tomorrow. Every time we're playing now, every time it's like anticipation and looking forward to something beautiful, magic and exciting. I haven't felt this way about Liverpool Football Club in a while. It started to build last season and obviously got to a fucking crescendo around the time of the Champions League final, but we started off so brightly this season that feeling's just come back straight away. And that's thanks to Mr. Jurgen Norbert Klopp. I fucking love that dude and what he's done for our football club. Moody Marshall before Joker Jesse. Mourinho to pick the litter up after the matches, said Meganonki. I love your name, by the way, Meganonki. I was only thinking about that last night when I got off a stream. Would you give me a bit of background, mate? What's the meaning behind that name? Because it just rolls off the tongue. I love saying it. Kang Ozzy said it's going to be a shattered Palace tomorrow. Have you seen the size of Big Nev? Says Gareth. I have, mate. I have. I've seen him on a couple of occasions in and around the city, actually. Big Nev's a fucking legend, though, to be fair. As a human being, I have to say, Neville Southall's a top bloke. The stuff I've seen, that the social commentary he's put in on Twitter and stuff, Big Nev seems like an absolute fucking gent, to be fair to him. And he was a damn fine goalkeeper as well. I'll say that about him. He was a damn fine goalkeeper. I don't like to give credit to the blue shite ever, but do you know what? Be fair, be realistic. He was a damn fine keeper. Craig, your score prediction, please, for the Palace game. 3-1, mate. I've said 3-1 all week, but the more the week's gone on, the happier I've got. I'm getting a bit greedy. I'm kind of thinking, maybe another 4-0 would do. Garrett said, I think Klopp will get something very special out of Alexis Sanchez. Well, he couldn't get any fucking less out of him than Jose's getting at this moment in time, that's for sure. Carl said, I would take Rashford and we could train him properly. Ferno said that Guendouzi, is that his name, or Guendouzi kid at Arsenal is brilliant. I just stuck him on my fantasy team actually today, Ferno, mate, on your fucking recommendation as well from the other day's stream. So I'm holding you personally responsible, buddy, if my fantasy team falls apart. Although I won't really, because as I keep saying, I'm absolutely shit at fantasy football. The Raptor said, Connor, good piece on Stevie, mate. I've marked it for you. There you go. The Raptor's done your critical analysis. So what have we given him, Raptor? Are we going for a B plus, or what's his mark on the article? And that's another reason actually to sign up for the website, guys. Jump on to anfieldagenda.com, and as well as signing up for your free membership, you have all the articles on there, all our podcasts, all the YouTube videos, everything on there. There's players built into the website. So you can go on there, get all the content in one place, 100% free. Just sign up, anfieldagenda.com, go over there, podcasts, YouTube, articles, chat. What more do you want? Absolutely free, guys. Adidas Samba Classics for Tybok. Samba's all the way. I'm not a fan of the flat-footed shoes so much, so a lot of them Sambas just gave me sore feet, but I do love them as a look. They're a very nice shoe. Chapo said, I'm an Adidas man, Craig, but they're an ugly pair of trainers. Fuck you, is my answer to that one. They absolutely are not. In the most respectful, loving way, El Chapo, fuck you. They are not an ugly pair of trainers. They're delicious. They're suede as well, which makes them even sexier. And makes it so that I can't even wear them anywhere, because if they get wet, they're fucked. Saw a tweet from DT where he predicted Xhaka would be Arsenal's captain and leader within 2 years. Xhaka is muck. Honest to God, he's another one I don't understand. He's just a thug who just keeps getting booked and sent off. Scores 2 screamers a season and does fuck all else for a lot of the season. I don't get why anybody rates that guy. I just don't. Imagine having a spine of Mustafi, Xhaka and Ozil. Imagine. Oh well. Thankfully we don't have to. Craig and Goldbridge should have a boxing match. It wouldn't be fair. Let's be honest. Well, let's be honest about this. I accidentally said his name there, but let's be honest about this. It would be like McGregor and fucking Aldo Mark II. If nothing else, I'm at least probably, I'd say I'm a good 4 or 5 stone heavier than him, to be fair, because he looks like a tiny little dude. So, and I don't ever agree with violence as a way to solve things. I'd much rather sit down and make a show of him on a stream or something. But look, do you know what? I'm probably being a little bit harsh towards him. I don't like him. I've made no secret of that. But he's not doing anything on me, so I'll just leave him be. Garrett said, I don't have a telly, so this show is all I've got. Well, I hope we're keeping you entertained, mate. God, I can't imagine not having my TV. TV is like the most important thing to me outside of my family. What time is kick-off? It's an 8 o'clock kick-off tomorrow, isn't it? Sometimes 7:45, sometimes they're 8. So actually, let me just double check that now. I'm fairly sure it's an 8 o'clock kick-off tomorrow. Monday, yeah, 8 o'clock kick-off. It's not 7:45, Joseph. It's 8, mate. This show won't try to program HG. I don't know what the fuck that means. Fair enough, put it on the undercard of the KS. Undercard. I'll go out, finish Mr. Unspoken About, and bitch slap those two guys one after the other as well. Fucking two YouTube pussies. It's my birthday today. United lost. What a day. Couldn't get any better, said Zach. Really make his head off. Night all fucked after footy today. Good night to all you legends. Sorry, I was distracted by another comment there. We could see if Palace would do a swap deal. Moreno for Van Arnholt, said Ryan. I thought you were going to say Moreno for Zaha, but Van Arnholt. Happy birthday, by the way, Zach, mate. I should have said that, as Ferno was pointed out. Apologies. Happy birthday, mate. I hope you had a lovely day. De Bruyne has said on record he would love to play for Klopp's Liverpool, said Paul. Who wouldn't, to be fair? As a player, any player around the world now that's looking at this football club, and in fairness, I'd imagine they think the same looking at Manchester City. Both clubs must be damn appealing to any player out there looking around the world football. Like, we're two fantastic clubs to play football in the right way with two very forward-thinking managers. So I don't blame them. If I was a footballer looking at the outside, I'd want to fucking come and play for Liverpool as well. Okay, I think I'm catching back up with the chat here. Monkey's going for a 5-2 win for Liverpool tomorrow, so 7-goal thriller there for Monkey. Ferno said, De Bruyne is a Liverpool fan too. He always speaks well about the club, and if there's one player I'd sign in the world, it would be him. I'm not too far behind you with that, mate. I do think he's an excellent footballer. I'd probably rather Kylian Mbappe at this moment in time because, he's coming through and he's so young, but I wouldn't say no to Kevin De Bruyne. He's certainly in my top 5 of players I'd want at the club. And Manchester City have an excellent player there on their hands. But you know what? We have a lot of excellent players as well. Liverpool is rocking like the good old days, said Garup. I apologise, Garup. Gareth Phillips. Liverpool is rocking like the good old days. Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons just rang up Jose to laugh at him. That's my appalling attempt at Nelson Muntz, by the way. What else have we got? Robert Coggin said, Alisson, Firmino and Fabinho all to be out in October with Brazil, so we'll see a bit of Danny and hopefully the youngsters in goal. I'm not reading that one out. People think I'm just being too harsh if I read that one out. Skipper Dog is going for 3-0 tomorrow to the Reds. I presume that's to the Reds, by the way. Peter Sweeney's going for 5-0. Salah will Salah will tie up to the Palace, or will ride up to the Palace on VVD's back and walk away with 3 points, said Ryan. Absolutely, and if they don't open the gates, we'll kick the fucking things down. At least Gale doesn't play for Palace anymore. We don't need the repeat of that. I'll always hate that little fucker. How many Liverpool players would United fans take? I'd love to actually have a genuine conversation with them over that. The sensible ones, I'm sure, would look through the team and take at least, being realistic, at least 6, surely. Possibly 5, but I'm sure that he who shall not be spoken about would probably take 2 at a push. Hugh said, hello mate, you egghead. Do you think Salah will be as good as he was this season, or will a new person fill his shoes? I know it's tough. I don't want to project onto him as much pressure as other people have trying to hit those numbers again, but I've no doubt that Mo Salah believes he can hit those numbers again. And I don't care who scores the goals for us as long as they're scored and the points are in the bag, and I'd probably rather they went across the front 3 and they were shared out, but I hope he can, and I think he believes he can, and that's more important than if I believe he can. Let's just wait and see what happens. Thank fuck we didn't get Xhaka, said Connor. I would be losing my damn mind if I had to watch him week in, week out, but thankfully we don't. Adidas Classic White Shell Toe Superstars, said LFC Dalek. James Pearce has confirmed that Robbo won't be getting a new contract extension just yet. Thoughts? Again, I was made aware of this earlier on before I start recording. I think it's because he has 4 years left and his contract is pretty incentivised anyway, but from what I've heard, and of course I don't know the ins and outs of Robertson's deal, but a few people have mentioned that he's only on a base wage of 30 grand or something, and then his contract is incentivised after that. But that's all just hearsay, none of us know for sure. But the club aren't stupid. The club have rewarded their other stars. I'm sure Andy Robertson's happy enough. If he continues to progress like he has, then the club won't be shy about giving him a new deal and paying him what he deserves, what he's earned. Ramsey is the best player for Arsenal. I'd love him at Liverpool, said Paul. Junior said don't want Ramsey. Xhaka is Kaka and not the player, just Kaka. We should sign that Coutinho guy, said Ferno. He's not bad, is he, to be fair? – 4-0 again for Blee against Crystal Palace tomorrow. Who would you say is the best player in the team? In Liverpool's team? I've said all along my favourite player is Bobby Firmino. I just love everything about the dude. I love what he brings to the team. It's tough though. It's just a matter of horses for courses. Who's your favourite? What do you like? What things stand out to you on a football field if you're a goal scoring fan? If you're a fan of work rate, if you're a fan of creativity, if you're a goalkeeping fan, I mean different things for different people, but I love Bobby Firmino. Randy said, even and all, can I get a hell yeah for the Brighton result? Hell yeah. You can definitely get a hell yeah. You can get an amen as well. You can get a preach from me, mate. You can get it all. Liverpool to win 3-0. I said that one already. Today, a year ago, Robbo played his first game for us. For some reason, he seems to have been playing longer, so all credit to the lad, said the Raptor. He's quality. I love Andy Robertson. He still has 4 years left on his deal, said Junior. Sucky Euro on us to win 4-0 tomorrow, said Connor. Going balls out. I still can't believe that wasn't your bet you sent me earlier on, Connor, by the way. I was fucking chuffed for you here when I was recording and I seen that bet slip. I thought it was yours. Who would you say is the best player? I've done that one. Hopefully Liverpool and City leave United behind, and they had a decade of success, so hopefully no more United. Stephen says, bring on an Anfield Agenda versus They Who Shall Not Be Named stream. That would be gravy. I tell you what, if I did that, I'd want time to prep, because I'd only get one shot at doing that one properly, and I would put the hours in. Stephen Kelly, I think, is talking about the Manchester City show, and he said it's really good. It shows them trying to sign Van Dijk in January, and City owner can't believe we bid 75 million, so they pulled out and then went and dropped, what was it 60 million or something on a defender anyway, so go figure. Or was it a bit less? Perhaps I'm going a bit over the top there with what they paid for their centre back. Was it 60 or 58 million or something? Maybe I've got my figures wrong on that one. It's going to be really bad on here tomorrow if Palace win. They're not going to win, Gareth, mate, so it won't be bad on here. It'll be a joyous celebration of everything that is Liverpool tomorrow on here, my friend, because we're going balls out. We're going to march to Palace, kick the door down, wreck the gaff, take the 3 points, and fuck off back to Liverpool with a smile on our face and a Jurgen Klopp hug in the bank. Just imagine Mane, Mbappe, Salah and Bobby just behind him, said Fern. Oh, Jesus Christ, that would be dangerous. That team would do fucking damage, wouldn't it? He said none, Craig, because they're Liverpool players. I want none. Then he's just a pig-headed fucking idiot. That's the difference. Like, you have to be honest about these things and look at teams, squads, and if somebody's clearly better, then say, yeah, they're better, I think they'd fit in. Monkey said, I don't rate De Bruyne, I'd rather Milinkovic-Savic at Lazio. To be fair, with all due respect, Monkey, Savage looks like he's going to be a very good player, but Kevin De Bruyne is streets ahead of Milinkovic-Savic at this moment in time. Like, not even in the same ballpark. He's so much better. Milinkovic-Savic is a very, very good footballer, and he'd probably go on to do excellent things, but at this minute in time, for me anyway, I think De Bruyne is head and shoulders, I should say, above Milinkovic-Savic. If I was a United fan, I'd take 10 Liverpool players. Where was this other thing gone? Junior said 1920, the return of Adam Bogdan. The league isn't ready. I think he's got a contract at the end of this year, Junior mate, so we won't have that fucking site, thank God. Mr. 118 won't be coming back near Liverpool. Crown paints. Oh God, I love them shirts. God, I love that shirt. That 87, 88, I think it was, Crown paint shirt. Oh, or was it 86 to 88? It was beautiful. The Raptor said, if I was a United fan, I'd support Liverpool. As would I. It's a fair point. A lot of people talking about scores on FIFA, which, you know, that just goes straight over my head, guys. Don't play FIFA. Maybe when Messi and Suarez leave Barca for retirement, Phil will want to come back, but then he might not even get in our squad. He's never coming back. Fuck him. He's gone. He had his chance. He's left for Barcelona. Let him enjoy his time over there, and we'll just progress and continue to become the best team in the world. That boy lad looked okay last year, but he was shocking today, said Joseph. Blee Netto said, these live streams are amazing. Thank you so much, mate. That's very kind of you to say. But we're only doing well, or we're only good because of you amazing guys that come on here every night and join us. So 2 weeks and every one of you, I haven't said it yet tonight, but thank you. Thank you so much for once again taking time out of your day to come and join us here for a live stream, chat about Liverpool Football Club, interact with other Reds. You guys are fucking legends. Thank you. We love you so much. Well, I do. Connor might think you're a prick. I don't know. But I love you all so much. And thank you. It really means a lot to us that you take the time to come on here, interact with us, join our streams, talk about the Reds, and it gives us a purpose to our day. It gives us something to look forward to. And if you are enjoying the stream, on a separate note, please do hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button. We're trying to get to 3,500 subscribers. Guys, where are we on thumbs up in this? Can somebody give me a count? I don't think I've asked for one yet tonight, which is mad. I don't think I've ever gone that long in a stream without asking for one. So where are we at? Where are we at with subs and where are we at with thumbs up, guys? Are we going to hit that magical, mystical 3.5k at some point? Paul said, Mignolet, I subscribe to, would be a good block. I don't know what you're saying there, Paul, mate. I can't figure out what you're trying to say. Robbo was told he had 5... Where's that gone? Fucking hell. Chat jumps all over the place. Where was the Robbo who was told he had 5 years comment? Robbo was told he had 5 years to run in his contract. He's been running ever since, said Stephen Byrne. Nice one, mate. That's a good comment, to be fair. Well in. Clean sheet tomorrow, said Blee, which would be class. I'd love another clean sheet for Alisson. Will said, Craig, probably won't be able to make the stream tomorrow as I'm off to London, but probably see the post-match show. Absolutely, no bother, mate. Enjoy London. Have a good one down there. The post-match show will be going out about 25 minutes after the final whistle, because I have to record something really quickly that I promised to do in between the two streams. So I've got to get that done, but then I'll be straight back on to do the post-match show. And hopefully we're all on here celebrating another Reds win. Another slaying of a Premier League team, balls out performance, goals in the bank, goals for the front three, clean sheet for Alisson Becker, Jurgen Klopp hugs all around. Happy fucking days. Patbot has joined the stream. Good evening, Patbot, mate. Great to have you with us. Junior said Karius could be gone to Besiktas on loan. We did see that one earlier on. And of course, if he does go, wish him all the best. Hope he rebuilds his career. Hope he puts in some good performances over there and comes back a better goalkeeper. And I didn't mean that sarcastically. I meant genuinely for him. I hope he comes back and builds his career. Garrett said, I think Liverpool will offload Lallana at the end of this season. As do I, if I'm being honest, Gareth. I think so as well. I actually thought we might have done it in the summer. I think it could have been a good time to have cashed in on him, but at the same time, I do rate him as a footballer, so I completely understand why Jurgen Klopp would want to have him around. Connor said, I take a lot of United players, to be fair. Most of them would improve our bench, if nothing else. We're only talking about first 11s. Yeah, improve our squad. There's definitely players there that could improve our squad if we're talking about squads 100%. Offload Lallana and bring in James Maddison. I think we've missed that window to get Maddison. He looks like he's going to do well for Leicester so far anyway. It's only 2 games in, but he's performed quite well in both games. Looks like a good piece of business for Leicester City, to be fair. Everyone's a prick, but you're all the good types of pricks, says Connor. So he's just calling you all pricks yet again, but saying you're his kind of pricks, good pricks. Pat said, is everybody looking forward to tomorrow? Oh mate, yes, hell yeah. We're all primed and ready to go here. 81 thumbs up, said the Revenant and Tybok. Thank you guys very much for that one. 83, I'm going to take LFC data. Go. The Raptor has raised you all. He's gone 84. And 3,471 subs, said Will. So we're 29 subscribers away from hitting 3,500 guys. Which means that we're after getting... If we hit 3,500 this weekend, it will mean that in the past 28 days, we'll have got nearly 2,000 subscribers in 28 days. That is fucking nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Little old us, our little old channel on here, will have got almost 2k in 28 days. That is amazing. And it's thanks to you fucking legends that have let people know about us and that have come on here night after night. So well in, everybody. What else we got? 2 owners, my fault as usual. 2 downers, sorry, said the Raptor. Fuck the downers. I don't care about them, Raptor mate, you know that. They're just people that let us know that they love us, but they're just too afraid to say it in public. They're like Trump voters. They really love us, but they're just too afraid to admit it to themselves. Oh, Connor is never ending with the jokes. Got offered a job as an elephant circumciser. The pay is shit, but the tips are huge. Oh. The funny thing is, Connor is the most soft-spoken, quiet person you would ever come across, but in messages and in texts, he's like a completely different dude. He's balls out, like he's great crack. Maybe it's because I just don't know him well enough, but I tell you what, he comes out with some absolute fucking belters. Zach said, only United fans will dislike our channel because they are garbage. We also have other people that don't want the channel to do well, that make content as well. Don't forget them. It's important to remember those guys. And of course, there's also people that just think I'm a prick or that don't like what we're doing. So we got to give allowances for those people, and they're most welcome to hate on us as well. Because you know what? I'm not for everybody. This wouldn't be for everybody. I get that. David De Gea is back up. Boy, no. Pogba, yes. Martial, yes. And Rashford, no for Junior. James said, I'd love a Keita goal tomorrow. Would really stamp down his place among the best midfielders in the Premier League. Marty said, good evening all. I sit second in the Fantasy Football League. Well, hello, Mr. Big Bollocks. Well in, Marty, mate. Second place. Well in. You obviously know what you're at, sir. I'm fucking awful. I'm gonna check where I am in that league now, but I guarantee you I'm nowhere near the top of it, mate. So well in, mate. You're obviously doing really well, so congratulations. Good 2 weeks for you so far. Where am I in this fantasy league? Right, where's the league? Let's have a little look at the league actually and see who makes up the top 10 of our league. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Dietshav Invitational. Right, so top of the league with 163 points is Niall Concannon, excuse me, top of the Clops. And he is fucking top of the Clops as well, so his name's spot on. As Marty said, he's in second place with Jose's Bus Hire Limited with 158 points, so only 5 points behind. In third place is Mike Ferrante with 138. Poggers is his team's name. Pips from Paul Byrne is in fourth or in fifth place. No, fourth place. Sorry, with 137. Sean Ivory is in fifth with 135. Paul McCormick with flappy hands at 132. Seventh, joint seventh actually is Paddy Batt and Darshan Shah with 131. In ninth place we have Mane United by Paul Goodchild with 126. And in 10th place we have is it Akintola Alatane, excuse me if I mispronounced that, with Ola FC with 124. So O'Connor's in 11th. Look at him just outside the top 10 there. Only 3 points with Jurassic Gark. He's only 3 points outside the top 10. So O'Connor's making his way up on the outside. And we have to go all the way down to 44th place to see Shot in the Gark FC, which is me. So where does that put me? Pretty much in the halfway. I'm in the middle, so I'm not shaming myself just yet. But Connor representing Anfield Agenda well, coming up on the outside in 11th place. Squisms is in, mate. Good evening, welcome. Great to have you on. Knock knock, who's there? Isabel. Isabel who? Isabel working? Or should I keep knocking? But it won't. Stephen Byrne said, it's ironic United are so disjointed. More like Manchester divided. Hoping for a 3-0 win. And a photo call full length save for Alisson, then 89.6 minutes of Alisson on a Game Boy. That'd do nicely, Stephen. I like where you're going with that one, mate. Tybox said, I was in a local pub and due to my poor eyesight I misread the name of a band called The Flying Toads as The Flying Gonads. What time are The Flying Gonads on, mate? What can I expect from The Flying Gonads? I joined a reggae band today. I play the triangle. I stand at the back and do my thing. Oh, LFC Dalek, nice one. Oh, Paul said, sorry Craig, I meant I've got Mignolet subscribed to AA. Would you sacrifice a like? Your thoughts, Craig? I've nothing against. I just don't like Mignolet and don't rate him. But if he's at the club and he wears the shirt while he's playing, he of course will have my 100% support. Adam Bogdan, he's one of our own, said Junior. Oh, he is, and that's why it hurts so much. Fucking 118 still getting somewhat of a wage from Liverpool by the looks of it, even though he's on loan at Hibs. Makes me sad. Should have sold Lallana and got Maddison, said Ferno. He was injured though right at the end of last season, James Maddison, wasn't he? I think he picked up a knee injury or something at the end of last season. And there was a lot of talk around Liverpool being interested in him at the time. 85, said Connor. 85 Far Isle for the thumbs up. So obviously guys, we've got to get to 100. So if you are watching the stream, come on, you know it makes sense. Smash that like button. Mendy's crossing is quality, which to be fair it is. It really is. He's a damn good footballer, Mendy. It's great to see him back playing football as well. He was out for a damn long time with that injury, but fair play to him. Good to see him back, and he is. His crosses are quality. Nice team, Connor Crosby, said Jimmy. It's Gark and his mammy. Alisson's better than De Gea, said Junior. Oh my god, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this name. Holowoko? I have fucking no idea, mate. I probably absolutely butchered that name and I do apologise. Said, I'm a fan, Craig, showing love from New Jersey, US of A. Thank you, mate. Great to have you along. I apologise for fucking up your name. I had to go with it, but I obviously made an absolute mess of it. But welcome, mate. Thank you for joining the stream. We're sending you love right back, of course, to New Jersey. You're very welcome along, and I hope you continue to enjoy the content, mate. And up the motherfucking Reds, of course, first and foremost. If he keeps up his Roma form, said Junior. I don't know who he was talking about there. For some reason, the Crystal Palace official season review is in my suggested below this stream. As if I'm watching that, I might only watch the bits where we beat them, said Will. The Conbot 3000. Yeah, he's going to be all smug about that one now that he's up in 11th place there. Just outside. He'll tell you he's just outside the 10. He's keeping an eye on things from the outside before he makes his move. Monkey said, to be honest, I'd have Alisson over De Gea on current form. De Gea was bad in the World Cup. Karius level bad. Vinny Johnson has joined us. Vinny, mate, great to have you back. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, mate, and I hope you're looking forward to tomorrow's game against Palace. Eric said that De Gea has been very ordinary for the past 3 months. It is, and keepers are going to go through these dips, but you know, he might not be happy. I often wonder about that as well. I mean, is he just not enjoying himself at United anymore? I don't know, just complete guesswork, but something is causing his form to dip a little bit. Do you think Liverpool will beat Palace? Asks Alex Ralph. I sincerely do, mate. Absolutely. 3-1 has been my prediction all week, but I really do think we're going to go there and get the job done because I think we're a better team. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think Liverpool are going to have to go there and battle and fight for the win, but we're certainly capable of it, and I expect nothing less from this Liverpool team. Also, here's a joint 11 from Junior, I think, with a City Liverpool 11. Alisson, Walker, Van Dijk, Company, Robbo, Fernandinho, Naby, De Bruyne, Mo, Aguero and Sadio. That's a very good looking team, to be fair. It's a very good looking team. I don't know about Fernandinho. I'm just wondering, can we do better than Fernandinho? But yeah, okay, it's a pretty well balanced team, to be fair. Yeah, I take it looking at that team, then and Company. I think I wouldn't go with Company because I think he's finished, but I think you're going with a four at the back there anyway. I think it looks like you're playing Walker at right back. Just a guess though, you could well be playing Robbo at left side of mid. Kinda wish I joined the league now, said Ryan. Should have, buddy. Should have joined it. It's going to be a bit of crack throughout the season, seeing how shit I am and how big Connor's head gets as he keeps going up the league. As Junior said, Mendy's crossing is quality. It certainly is. El Chapo said, I'm on the same points as you, Craig. Absolutely brutal. I don't know if you're slagging me or yourself there, but we're both doing shit, to be fair. Ryan said, I know a joke. ... Manchester United. Mendy is a danger man, said Pepper Red. He is. The dude is awesome going forward as well. And as Junior said, his crossing is quality. He's a very, very good player. Robbo's crossing is magic, says Eric. Yeah, damn right. Damn fucking right. Robbo is magic. We love Robbo. Mendy or Robbo. Oh, I'm not answering that one. I'm staying clear of that one. I love them both as footballers, to be fair. I think they're both excellent footballers. 112 watching, so if everybody hit the like button, then we'd have 112 likes, guys. So if you are watching, please do hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, what the hell are you waiting for? It's the perfect time to do it. We'll be uploading a new podcast tonight. You'll get all our streams. Of course, you get to watch along tomorrow, the Liverpool Palace game. Take a moment, guys. Do hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Okay, here's another joke from Pooch Mount. What do you call an Argentinian with a rubber toe? Roberto. There you go. Wasn't my joke, it was Pooch Mount's. If we win by 3 goals, we'll be first in the league. I think, do we have to win by 4? Would 3 not put Manchester City up ahead on goals scored? Although I could probably be wrong on that one as well. Connor said, my friend was addicted to eating frozen poultry, so we had an intervention. He's on the mend now. He's quit cold turkey. Oh God, Connor, you're just pulling out the shitty jokes one after another, buddy. You're making a show of us, mate. You're making a fucking show of us. Those mugs that United claimed they never wanted Fabinho, I will add in here in brackets, despite the fact that there's videos all over fucking YouTube with United fans welcoming Fabinho to Manchester United. Hope he scores a screamer tomorrow just to add insult to injury, said Squisms. Marty McFly said, Mendy looks like a monster. Wasn't he our number 1 target for left back before City took him? I have no doubt we would have looked at him. I mean, he's absolute quality, and I'm sure a shit ton of teams around Europe were looking at him. City went, City got him, so fair play to them. They've got a very good player on their hands. So answers for Mendy or Robbo. What have we got? Mega Donkey's gone for Robbo. Eric's gone for Robbo. Gareth said, United are like Liverpool in the 90s going downhill big time. I kind of get that feeling as well. I do. I'm not just saying that again to be a smarmy fuck, but I do think that they're trying their best to keep that dynasty, if you want to call it that, up there at the very top, but I think they haven't been clever about how they've gone about things. And like time and everything else moves on, and ways of doing things and functioning changes, and the ways of being clever change, and the style of football that attracts players change, and a lot of things change, and it's why Liverpool kind of, I won't say we got arrogant, but we didn't go with the times. Manchester United built up in the background. They became a bigger force. They won league titles. They got to where they are, and now maybe the wheels are turning again. Hopefully. I can't wait for the match. It's been too long in between. Fucking has. It seems like forever. Marty McFly said, Craig, are you betting for tomorrow's game? I did. I said my bet earlier on was I stuck 50 quid at 3-1 on Mo Salah and Bobby Firmino to score tomorrow. And I'm going to prove it as well, just in case you think I'm talking shit and like, come on here, shouting about numbers and betting and stuff. I am not even joking. I have it. Where is it? I should probably cover that when I put it on, because I don't want you guys seeing the bet number. But, yep. Where is it? Try and get it on the screen. So yeah, there you go. Where is it? Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino to score 3-1, 50 quid on it tomorrow. So yep, that's my bet for tomorrow. Both of them to score. It doesn't even say Liverpool to win. I'm just going for them both to score, because we are going to win. Let's be honest. Robbo's crosses will kill vampires, said Squisms. I like that one. Well in. How does a nut sneeze? Cashoo, cashoo. That's a good one as well, mate. Well in. Lol Ahmed with that joke. What else we got? What do you call a Mexican woman with one tooth? Juanita. Mendy has a better cross, but Robertson was a lot cheaper, defensively better, and a lot more tenacious and hard working. He's definitely tenacious, but to be fair to Mendy, he does work very hard as well. They're both two quality left backs that will grace pretty much any team in the league. Robbo was a true warrior, says Pepper Red. He absolutely is. I love the dude. I love his attitude. I love that throwback nature of him. Like, he seems like a proper old school footballer. Kind of reminds me of a James Milner-esque type of person as well. Craig, what do you think of a back three with Fabinho, a sweeper, Trent and Robbo, alternating runs, Hendo, Milner, Naby, Firmino? We'd get slaughtered if we went with that, because we can't play a sweeper because we play a high line, so that makes no sense. Playing a sweeper doesn't suit that system whatsoever. Trent, Robbo, alternating runs, Hendo. No, I just don't think that system would work at all, mate. If we were to play a back three, then we'd probably have to be going with 3 centre backs, or 2 centre backs, and drop Fabinho back into the back three, playing 2 higher wing backs. Which, as you say, I think that's where you were going with Trent and Robbo, but I just don't know with the. Oh, were you just calling the back three? Sorry, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe you're just not naming the back three you'd go with, and then you're having Fabinho. But I think the days of the sweeper are gone. Is the Champions League draw for the group stages this Friday? Paul wants to know. Damo is saying night to everybody. Early night, have to head off. Good night, Damo, mate, and thank you for joining the stream, buddy. Neil Warnock is the high priest of throwbacks, said Pepper Red. 30th Vinny thinks for the draw for the Champions League, by the way. Genie LFC said Palace away is a tough fixture. Fabinho needs to start for me. Get him his first Premier League start. Yeah, loads of people, mate, are going with you on that one. Loads of people think Fabinho would be right from the start. My own opinion, and this isn't worth anything, it's just my opinion, I would rather see him held off another week. And if he comes on as a sub tomorrow at some point, great, if the game's going our way. I'd just rather see him get his first performance, or his first league performance, at home in a more manageable game, than one away to Crystal Palace, but that's just me. Blue Tick Gaming said, how are you today? I'm tickety fucking boo, mate. I'm really good, thank you. What's your prediction for Monday Night Football? 3-1 to the Reds. 3-1. All week I've been saying 3-1. So I'm going to stick with that one. Let me know your prediction though, Blue Tick Gaming, mate. Put it in the chat there and let me know what score you're going for, and maybe even throw in the goal scorers if you're feeling extra frisky. Joseph Reardon said, have to say I wasn't that blown away with Robbo when we signed him and didn't think he'd be that good. I know the whole team was shit, but still, let's be honest about it, Joseph. Most of us probably weren't that blown away. We thought 8 million, decent piece of business. He may turn out to be okay. I mean, basically we just swapped Kevin Stewart for him, but Klopp knew, Klopp seen something, and there was some Reds, to be fair, there was some Reds out there that said there's definitely a player there. I was with you, I was, he might be okay, but that was probably more through ignorance on my part by not watching enough of him. But he's knuckled down. It took him a while before he was introduced. Klopp obviously worked him hard on the training ground, drilled him into the system, and as soon as he got his chance, he didn't let up. He never put a foot out of place, and he's been looking like a quality addition ever since. So well done to him, well done to Klopp, and well done to the guys that sanctioned that fucking £8 million deal. Megan Onke is saying the Champions League draw is on the 30th in Monaco. And Paul said, I meant Fabinho sweeping up any midfield scraps. Yeah, no worries, buddy. I kind of thought I got what you were saying wrong, so apologies on that one. Connor's gone for Alisson, Shaqiri, Fabinho, Henderson, Trent, Cato, Firmino, Wijnaldum, Salah, Sturridge, Mane. A well-balanced team will win every game 9-4. Yeah, you're going balls out attacking there, mate, aren't you? Fuck defending, just leave Fabinho to do it all. Oh, hang on, so your team there. So Van Dijk doesn't even get into your team, if I'm reading that correct, Connor. No Van Dijk, no Big Verge. Oh, that reminds me, I have to stick a fiver on Van Dijk to score a header tomorrow as well. I have to do that. I'm doing that every week, by the way, until he scores a header, just to be clear. Wijnaldum has been playing out of his skin so far, said Genie. He's been excellent, mate, you're spot on. He was excellent in Dublin against Napoli. He was excellent last week against West Ham, and he certainly, it would be harsh to remove him out of the team. He has really been good, as has James Milner. James Milner's been fucking excellent. Ryan saying Mane first goal scorer and Liverpool to win 3-0. What channel is it on? It's on Sky, mate, on Sky Sports. What do they call it now? It used to be Sky Sports 1. I don't know what they call it these days. Sky Sports Premier or Sky Sports Biggest Balls or whatever the fuck they call it. Whatever they're trying to rename the channels. Blue Tick Game said I'm going for 3-1. Firmino, Mane and Salah and Zaha to score for Palace. I've yet to see somebody actually who has gone for a scoreline where Palace have won and I'm not named Zaha as the goal scorer. Andre is in. Great to have you with us, mate. Hello everybody, he said, and hello Craig. As I said, great to have you back with us, Andre, mate. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and I hope you're looking forward to the game tomorrow. 94 thumbs up now, said Vinny. So we're only 6 away, guys, so we're practically there. So if you're watching the stream, please do take a second to hit that like button and get us over the 100 mark. And of course, if you're watching and you're new to the stream, or you're just watching in the background and you mightn't feel like jumping into the chat, you should do. Jump in. Dip your toes in the water is lovely. Say hello to the guys in here. They're all very nice. And if you've any comments or any questions you'd like me to read out, just whack them into the chat there and I will do my best to get through them. And also to those people who are watching that haven't yet subscribed, please take a minute to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications and you'll get all our content absolutely 100% free. We've got half an hour to go on tonight's stream, guys. So it's been another long one. So 2 hours. It'll be 2 hours and 20 odd minutes by the time we finish. As soon as I finish with you guys on here, I'm going to jump straight off and I'm going to edit the Cop Council podcast that I just finished recording before I came on. So that will be available on iTunes, Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever your podcast app of choice is. Just search for Anfield Agenda. If you're already subscribed to your podcast player, you're already subscribed to our podcasts, just refresh it in about 1 a.m, whatever time that is, in about an hour. That will be live and up there on all the podcast apps if you want to have a listen. This week it was myself, Cash, Chris and Daz. Daz joined us again on this week's pod. So Daz from On The Bench LFC, one of our favourite YouTube channels, making brilliant Liverpool content. If you subscribe to us and you dig what we're doing, I'm sure you know about Daz already, but if you don't, check him out. Daz On The Bench LFC, great guy, really nice fella, massive red, makes great content, and jumps on our podcast as well. We very much do love Daz, so if you're a fan of our stuff, check out Daz as well. Main event, yeah, that's it, Joseph, mate, spot on. Main event or some shit, which is pretty much where I was going with it as well. Sky Sports 1, that's what it should be. El Chapo said Sky Main or football. There's so many channels today. Do you know what fucking annoys me the most about Sky actually? Well, one of many things I'm sure that annoy all of us, but I hate the way when the Ashes are on, they suddenly rename the channel Sky Sports Ashes, or when the Ryder Cup is on, it's suddenly Sky Sports Ryder Cup. Just fuck off. Just show what you want to show. Don't go and think you're fooling any of us by saying you've created a new channel. That really winds me up. Oh, anybody else noticed, like, it's only hit home for me today actually. So it's been no secret that Sky lost the rights to show Spanish football. BT lost the rights to show Italian football. So now I think some channel or some streaming service called, is it 11 Sport or something like that? Yeah, 11 Sports now have the rights to show all the Spanish and Italian football in the UK and Ireland. So no televised Italian or Spanish football anymore, which seems fucking madness. Madness that both BT and Sky lost the rights to that, and that if we want to watch them, we have to stream them. We have to either get the app or go online and subscribe. Subscribing is whatever, like that's whatever, but we can't watch them on TV without streaming them. It just seems absolute madness to me that they let that happen. La Liga, I mean, how long have Sky been showing La Liga for? It's nuts that they let that go. Mad, he said he'd play for £1 or €1, said Joseph. What do you think of Yaya Toure still being a free transfer and not having a club? There must be a reason for it. That's all I can say about that is there has to be a reason. Either people know he's washed up, or I'm not going to say he's making crazy demands, because I did read somewhere that he said if he signed for a Premier League club and he didn't meet their expectations, he'd give them back half of their wages or something like that. But I don't know. It's not really up to us what happens with Yaya, but he is finished pretty much at top level anyway. Paul, mate, I will chat to you tomorrow, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Blue Tea Gaming said the reason we'll have the same lineup is because Klopp might want to keep the momentum going up to 3 midfielders, which makes sense. The Raptor is leaving the building. The Raptor is heading off. Good night, mate. Thank you for joining us yet again. Raptor, mate, let me know if you want to come on for a quick chat, or to give us your post-game thoughts after tomorrow's hopefully victory over West Ham, mate. So do let me know. Maybe just message me on Twitter or something, buddy, and we'll get you on. We'll arrange it if that's something you want to do. If anybody else, by the way, does want to join us, there's a couple of people who I have to contact actually. Who was it? A couple of people did mention that they'd like to come on, so I will get in contact with them tomorrow to see if they still want to. But if anybody else is available or feels like they want to jump on and give their thoughts or share their thoughts after the game tomorrow, do let me know. You can get me on Twitter, on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account. DM me on there and we'll try and sort it out. If we can get you fit in, we will absolutely do it. Okay, where are we? Oh, I'm nearly caught up with the chat, so I've been doing well here, guys. I've been getting through these comments. It's getting tougher and tougher as the channel keeps growing. The amount of comments every night keep getting more and more, which is brilliant to see, but at the same time I want to try and get through as many of your comments as I can, because I appreciate you guys taking the time to write them out and share your thoughts on. It's only right that we should try and read them out. Good night, good night, good night. Ad breaks at the same time on every channel. Oh, fucking frustrating as well. I get where you're coming from with that one. And these new ad breaks that they have on, and it's not just Sky, to be fair, I think most sports channels are doing this now. The ad break just before kickoff. So they've gone through, they've done the teams, they've talked about the starting 11, You'll Never Walk Alone or whatever is playing in the background, and then they fucking break for that one betting company ad for about 15 or 20 seconds where they have that last special offer before the game kicks off. That does my fucking head in. I really, really despise that one. Mainly because, apart from anything else, it's annoying because it stops the build up, or it stops you hearing You'll Never Walk Alone or whatever, but the special offer that they're usually talking about becomes void the second the fucking game kicks off, which is usually like 5 seconds or 10 seconds after the ad finishes, so it's absolutely pointless as well. Virgil van Loveren said, football licensing is stupid, can't even watch some decent highlights on YouTube. I don't want to get started on this one again, but the fact that we can't watch every Liverpool game or every United game or every Man City game or whatever club you support, the fact that we cannot buy a season ticket to watch every one of our club's games is fucking mental in this day and age. I think the Premier League must be only one of the fewest leagues in the world that don't do it to their core audience, like the UK and Irish audience. Like over in America, you can watch, as far as I'm aware, because I've asked a few people about this one, if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you can find a way of watching every Dallas Cowboys game. If you're a fucking Raiders fan, you can find a way of watching every Raiders game. I'm not sure what it is with the MLS. If you're a fucking LA Galaxy fan, I'm sure there's probably a way you can watch every LA Galaxy game. So for the UK and Irish fans not to be able to watch every single one of their club's games is absolute madness in this day and age. And I know the reasons why before people start hammering me and giving me the answers about grounds and money in the Premier League being equally shared and all this type of stuff and football rights and every team getting so much TV time. I get all that, but let me pitch this to you. We all pay, I don't know, what do we pay for our TV packages? Let's say roundly we pay, let's just call it £100 a month. So we're all paying £100 a month for our Sky or our BT or whatever the hell we have at home. So, okay, here's what I'm saying to you. Leave that as it is, charge us for that. But if you want to buy an add-on that allows you to watch every single Liverpool game or every single Manchester United game or every single, whatever club you support in England, every one of their games, then that costs you an extra, I don't know, £10 a month or whatever it is. You're still going to have to pay for the football content to see all the other football. But if you only want to watch Liverpool, then you have to buy this extra add-on. It's shitty because, you know, it'll cost us more money, but at the same time, at least it'll be a fucking option for us as fans to be able to do that. The fact that there is no option to do that drives me demented. I forgot about Matip, extra height for Benteke. To be fair, I mean, Joe Gomez is 6'3", 6'4", I think, and Big Verge is there, and if Fabinho plays, we're not going to be lacking in height. And Benteke will absolutely go all over Joe Matip because Joe Matip is soft as fuck in the air. He's pretty useless, if I'm being honest. He gets bullied far too easy in the air. He's good on the ground with ball at his feet. He's good taking the ball out of defence as well, but I don't think he's that good in the air. For a man of his size, he should be a lot better in the air. How do you find Will Smith in the snow? Look for the Fresh Prince. But that's actually a fucking good one though, Jimmy. I'm robbing that joke. I'm definitely pitching that one to my kid later on. The only match worth watching in La Liga is the two big boys. I don't know, mate. I enjoy watching football from other countries. So I like watching Valencia play a lot of the time as well. So there are some good games worth watching. Then you've got Atletico as well. So there are some good games to watch, and Italy as well. There's often some really good games to watch. As I said, I love watching Napoli, and sometimes it's good to watch the derbies as well. And it's good to watch Juventus go 4-0 down and just then suddenly remember they have to win and just go, oh fuck's sake, we'll win 5-4 then, which they seem to do a ridiculous amount of times. Probably didn't want to pay for La Liga because Ronaldo left for the Italian league. It was done before that, mate. The contract things were done in May. I think the deals were done last April or May or something like that. Lou Shaw apparently ate Yaya's birthday cake, said Paul. Ryan Caulfield said that Channel 11 I think is the name of the channel that got the rights to the UFC. I don't remember looking on the app if I seen UFC on there, but I could be wrong. Who was it? There was another one as well. The one Eddie Hearn signed up to for the boxing. I'm not seeing nothing on here about the UFC. Bear with me. Yeah, no, they've got La Liga, the Eredivisie, Serie A, and golf. That seems to be what they're pitching on there mainly on Channel 11. Was it DAZN or something? I think is another one. That got the rights to some boxing, and I think they may have got the rights to the UFC if memory serves me correct. Craig, are you a Conor McGregor fan? Damn right. I'm an absolute newbie to the UFC, but being Irish, yes, absolutely, I watch all of Conor McGregor's fights. And we will be doing a live stream here, so we'll be doing a watch along of the McGregor Khabib fight. So anybody who wants to come and watch along with us, and I have to reiterate, we won't be showing the fight. We'll just be like we do for the Premier League games here. We'll just be doing a watch along, watching what's going on, reacting with you guys in the chat, and hopefully seeing McGregor knock Khabib flat on his fucking arse, because I hate that little prick. Tony is in, mate. Good evening. Great to have you with us. We've got, what, 20 minutes left, guys, on tonight's stream. So can somebody give me an update on our thumbs up or on our likes? Have we hit the 100 yet? And where are we at with subs as well, Connor? Maybe you're in the chat there. You could let me know on that one. And Alison 6'4" as well, said Cobra. RHA, just reminding us that Brighton 1-3-2. It's beautiful. It was fucking beautiful to watch that today. I was actually happy that they got the goal back at the end, just to rub it in that they were a little bit closer, but they still got beaten. Jamie Ward said, do you use Restream or just YouTube and Twitter? No, use Restream, mate. But we don't have any other accounts that we really use that much, so we just go onto Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube. So yeah, we do use Restream. Tony, mate, as I said, great to have you with us. I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope you're looking forward to tomorrow night's game. VVD is the best defender in the league. End of story, said LFC_5. Connor said TG Cahir, which is 4 in Irish, by the way, if anybody wonders what I'm saying. So TG Cahir came in with a massive bid and got all the game rights off Sky. Scenes if that happened. Yeah, that's true, Connor. I mean, that would be amazing. But what if they had to give up Ross na Ruin, for instance, to go and get the Premier League rights? Would you be able to cope with no Ross na Ruin on TG Cahir? Sean said all Sky Sports, all BFT, and LFC TV, and about 50 others. Trust me, it's the best sports fans. What was that, Sean, that I missed? Oh, that one. I can't read out the name of it, but I'm going to check it out. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of that, mate, so bear with me, because I do want to get the name of that. For myself, of course, for when I'm stuck. But I can't call it out because I don't want to get in trouble. But thank you for the tip, Sean. That's much appreciated. UFC is on BT, Ryan, mate, but there was another deal done somewhere, I think. But yeah, we get it on BT. It comes with our BT subscription. It's absolutely free. Megan Anki said Eddie Hearn's DAZN has the rights to Bellator. Cheers for that one, buddy. I knew there was something about that DAZN, and they have boxing as well. Yeah, so again, more streaming services. Jamie Ward said I was the 100th like. Jamie, legend, mate, thank you. And Connor said we're still at 3471 subs, so we're still 29 off, guys. Let's do this. If you are watching, do hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 3,500. 29 away. We should be able to get that handy enough. But refresh your page, by the way. The guy who's saying I only see 80 likes, just refresh your page. Or HJ said, Craig, I honestly nearly cried. I was that happy United got beat. It's the second best feeling in the world behind the Reds winning. Look, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it would be so... I'd try to be professional on here and say, look, guys, we have to be realistic about fuck United. They got beaten. It's absolutely beautiful to see. And I'm not going to lie. I take enjoyment every single time those bastards get beaten, and I always will. And I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to lie about it. I do. I take enjoyment every single time those bastards lose. We're at 107, so well into everybody. Connor's going at Ross na Ruin, for fuck's sake. Sorry, guys. A bit of Irish chat there from an Irish channel. Where else are we? So Ryan said BT lost the rights to show UFC and NBA to the show 11. It was on RTE at the end of July. I just googled it and it's confirmed. Fuck. When is that from, by the way? If that's the case, then BT can take the subscription from me and go fuck themselves with it, because I won't be keeping my BT subscription for what, a couple of Premier League games a season, which is all I'd have an interest in. That is shitty. Thanks for that, Ryan, by the way, for the heads up. Walt Disney buying Fox, and they will then own Sky, and they'll also be bringing out a streaming service for Disney, which is they pretty much own fucking everything, said Ryan. That is nuts, actually. Cheers for the heads up, Ryan. I really do mean that, mate. That's great to actually get some insight on that, so thank you for that. A couple of people asking about the Wilder and Fury fight. It's going to be some fight. Yeah, it's a really interesting one. I think it was David Hayes said something along the lines of he would have liked to have seen Tyson Fury have a couple of more fights before he fought Wilder, and I would agree with that, but sometimes in boxing the opportunity presents itself when it presents itself, and Wilder has probably been quite clever here. He probably knows that now is as good a time as any to fight Tyson Fury, so it's going to be an interesting fight. And look, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to watch it, I'm not going to lie, I'm certainly going to pay for that fight and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to pay for Carl Frampton as well when he fights Josh Warrington. I think that's going to be a great fight. But yeah, interesting. I think Wilder's been very clever about this. I think he thinks it's the best time to fight Fury. But look, we all keep underestimating Fury at times, don't we? The dude is still unbeaten, and he did beat Vladimir Klitschko when Vladimir Klitschko was the king and reigning dominant in the heavyweight division for a very long time. He went over to Germany and beat him. Whatever happened then happened. You know, whatever happened with Tyson Fury happened, but he's come back. He looked in better nick anyway in his last fight against Pianeta, but it's a big step up from the fight Wilder. But it's going to be an intriguing fight, and one that I've no doubt he'll get in shape for. Jade said, BT show our Champions League games, Craig, so you need to keep it. We get some Champions League games over here, mate, on Irish TV, so there's still a choice to not watch the Champions League games on BT. In Ireland we get it on our national broadcaster as well, so we're kind of lucky in that context. We get them on Network 2 or RT2 or whatever you want to call it. Paul, mate, thank you for the tip as well. I can't really call that one out though, but thank you for the tip. I will check that out. Baidu Champions League games, mate. I don't know what you mean there, Ryan, buddy. Fook, hope they still have the Conor fight, said Joseph. If there will be fucking people will go nuts if that McGregor fight is not on BT and it's suddenly gone on to that channel 11. I hope the fuck they do as well. It's only October 6th, so surely to God BT still have the rights by then. BT have the Champions League rights, you can't cancel. As I said, we can still see the games over here in Ireland on our national broadcaster, so kind of lucky in that extent for the Champions League games. Craig, what do you think of Manure's penalty? Do you think it was a cert or a soft one? Look, to be fair to them, they've had 2 penalties in 2 games. I think they were both penalties, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I do. I mean, if there was us, I would have been screaming for both of them, Cobra, mate, to be honest. But yeah, look, 2 games and they've been involved in 3 penalty incidents. Mad, isn't it? They've got 2 and they've had 1 against them. So 2 games, 3 penalty incidents already. Vinny, mate, I will talk to you soon. Thank you for joining in the chat, and no doubt we'll chat to you tomorrow around the Reds game. Jade said, Craig, do you think Kada will be able to do the number 8 shirt proud? Yes, mate, 100%. As I said, I'm so confident of it that I went and I got him. I got Naby Keita 8 on the back of my purple shirt this year, and I generally don't get name and numbers on shirt. That's how confident I am that I think this dude will do that shirt. Very proud indeed. Aaron said, do you think Shaqiri will ever start in our first 11, or do you think he's just going to be used from the bench for fresh legs? No, I think he'll definitely get some games, mate. It's going to be a long season. We've got 4 competitions to challenge for. There's going to be a lot of rotation. Liverpool rotated more than any other team in the Premier League last year, so I've no doubt he'll get plenty of games. What are your thoughts on Karius leaving, said Cubics HD? somebody had to go from the goalkeeping department, whether it was Karius or Mignolet. Somebody had to go out there. Having the three of them at the club is just too much. I don't really have strong feelings on it. If he goes, of course I want him to do well, and I hope he rebuilds his confidence and his career over at Besiktas, sorry. And having Mignolet as a number 2, isn't that much of a bad thing? I'm not a Mignolet fan at all, but he's definitely good enough to be a number 2. So if we have him as backup and Alisson as our keeper, then we're in a pretty decent spot for this moment in time. So if Karius goes, wish the dude well, and I hope he comes back a better keeper. Niall said the UFC deal with BT ends on the end of 2018, so it looks like we're grand for the McGregor fight then. So thank fuck for that one. Conor McGregor versus Khabib is definitely on BT Sports, said El Chapo. Well, then we're all in on that one. Coolio. Do you know what's funny as well is that I said to you guys before, I have an annual subscription with BT. So they have a Black Friday sale every year, and I usually go on there and buy a year's worth of a contract in one go. And that runs out, I think, the end of November or the middle of November or something. So I'll get the McGregor fight and then they can pretty much fuck off after that. Sean Malloy said, no problem, Craig. Also got box office on that particular app. Just go to the... Okay, I can't read out some of this, so I'm just going to read it to myself. Excellent, mate. Thank you very much for that one. I'm certainly going to check that out. Just to double check, Sean, mate, if you're getting that as an app, I'm on iPhone, so are you an iPhone user or an Android user, mate? Paul, I will chat to you very soon. United got 2 goals from 2 penalties, said Tony. But yeah, they did. I hope Klopp goes one better and does the triple wank tomorrow, says Ryan, if possible. Would you take Jaap Stam over Van Dijk? No, hell no, not a hope, not a chance. Jaap Stam was an amazing defender, but I love Virgil van Dijk. I don't want anybody but Van Dijk in the centre of my defence. Thank you very much. He's awesome. Is Karius actually leaving? There's a good bit of chatter tonight that he could be joining Besiktas on loan, Tony, for the remainder of the season. I only found out this news after I joined the stream, mate, so I haven't had a chance to look into it in detail. Craig, what's your prediction for Liverpool tomorrow? 3-1, same as yourself, mate. I've been saying that all week. 3-1 to Liverpool. My bet for tomorrow, as I said earlier on, I stuck 50 quid on Firmino and Mo Salah to score tomorrow for Liverpool. If it comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, I'm going for 3-1 like yourself. Thanks, Sean, for saying you're Android, but you can get it on. Sean, mate, are you on Twitter by any chance? Because I've been looking into this type of stuff for a while, boxes and whatnot and things like that, but I just can't figure it out, mate. So if you're on Twitter, let me know and maybe inbox me on there, DM me, and we can have a little chat about this at some point, because I'd love to bend your ear on it, mate. But thank you for the info, it's very much appreciated. I reckon Nat Phillips will play a bit this season, said Tony. Matip and Lovren still out. Yeah, and he won't let us down when he does play. Nat Phillips has looked mustard so far during pre-season and the start of the season. He won't let us down one bit. I've every faith in that young man, and I think he's the reason why Klopp allowed Ragnar Klavan to go out on loan, because he's confident that Nat Phillips can step in and do a job if needed. Guys, we have only 10 minutes left or so, less than 10 minutes left on tonight's stream, so this is the last shout out I'm going to give for this. If you are watching, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. We're trying our best to hit 3,500 subscribers this weekend, or before the end of the Liverpool game. We're getting close. I'm just doing a live check here. Yeah, so we're still 20 something away, so if you guys can take a minute, hit that subscribe button, help us get there, that would mean the world to us. Thank you very much. And also don't forget to hit that like button and give us a thumbs up. Could you do a watch along for the next Fury fight? Sure, yeah. If people want to do a watch along for the Fury Wilder fight, yeah, definitely do it. anything. If you guys have any fighting event that you'd like to do watch along of, hit me up here and let me know. I'm happy to jump on and do one. I'm a massive fighting fan. Boxing is definitely more my scene. And I'll jump on and do a UFC one if it's a big fight. But yeah, any big boxing event, 100%. I'd be more than happy to jump on and do a watch along. RH8 said, Craig, what are the blue spanners next to people's names? So what that means, mate, is that they're moderators for the channel. So basically, if somebody comes in, not so much calls me a cunt, because, you know, that's not too bad. But if somebody comes in spamming links for a streaming site, or somebody comes in spamming links for their own page, or being abusive to people in the chat, then the guys that have the blue spanners beside their names can hide their comments and put these guys in timeout for, I think it's 300 seconds or something, to just basically make them disappear from the chat. And often at times here the chat moves so quickly, and as well on other channels with bigger subscribers, it moves much quicker. So these guys kind of help us out, and they do us a favour in moderating the chat and keeping things moving and make sure no one's being abused and stuff like that. So they're just doing us a big favour, basically, is what the guys with the blue spanners do. The young lad Jones looked really good in pre-season as well, says Megan Onke. Excuse me guys, my voice is going. Do a watch along for Joshua's next fight, Craig. Yeah, I will. I think, am I around for that one actually? When is Joshua's fight against Povetkin? I can't remember the date. I am away for 2 weeks, from the 9th to the 23rd of December, or October, sorry. So I won't be on the channel for 2 weeks. It's going to be the longest fucking 2 weeks. It's going to be weird for me being away from here for 2 weeks. But yeah, I've got 2 week holiday in October. So look, we'll figure out who steps in and makes the content. But yeah, I won't be here for a 2 week period in October. I'll be around for the McGregor fight. That's on the 6th. I'm heading off just after that one. Jones did stand out alright as well in pre-season, said Joseph. He was excellent as well. Both of them. Brilliant in pre-season. Sean said, no worries, Craig, will inbox you how to get in touch on Twitter, mate. How do I get in touch on Twitter, mate? Oh, absolutely no problem. So right, here we go. I'll put in our Twitter handle. Actually, I'll put in my own Twitter handle, Sean. I set up a small private account on there, and when I say private, I just mean that I kind of watch who follows me, because I only want to keep in contact with, you know, people that I actually want to keep in contact with. So my Twitter handle, I'll drop in there for you now. And if you just send me a request on there, I will accept it and I'll follow you back straight away, and then you should be able to DM me, mate. So it's gone into the chat there now. My Twitter handle is @copjaffer_LFC. AJ fights the 22nd of September, so yeah, absolutely, I'll be watching that fight regardless, so we can definitely do a watch along of that one. Yeah, why not? The more the merrier, the more sports and the more events we can get on here and enjoy together and have a bit of a laugh around. Absolutely. AJ fight I would have been watching and paying for anyway, so why not? Did you hear Alonso's comments about Keita? Oh, I didn't, mate, no, I didn't. A couple of people as well asking what did Alonso say, and thank you, Sean, mate, much appreciated. Guys, it is now 12:30, so I'm gonna have to say goodnight to you wonderful people. It's been what, 2 hours and 20 minutes stream again, but before I go, a couple of things just to give you guys a reminder on. We'll be on here at about 7:30 tomorrow, getting started, getting ready for the watch along of the Crystal Palace against Liverpool game. We hope you can join us for that one. It should be good fun. Should be hopefully a good win for the Reds, an attractive game of football, a good performance. But no doubt, you guys will be looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you can join us. Don't forget to jump on to anfieldagenda.com and create your free membership on there. All of our podcasts, all of our YouTube videos, everything is in one place on that website. So you won't have to go to different channels. Everything is there for you. Set up your account. Just put in your email address, put in your unique password, bang, job done. And also to anyone that is watching, maybe you're watching this on playback later, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Until tomorrow, guys, I'll talk to you at 7:30. Up the motherfucking Reds.